Technology Toshiba Studios, Sacktown Sports 1140. The Carmichael Dave Show.
He's on the microphone when he's not on the microphone. He's playing a song, and when he's not playing a song, he's on the microphone. And then
Boom, with Jason Ross.
No, he didn't. Yes, he did.
Grief for that.
Oh, because there was a bouquet to it?
No, it was the too early alarm. I'm like,
no, because when you really think about it,
we've been up.
Yeah. So you said what time?
Well, you left at 8. It might have been 8:15 or 8:30, maybe 8:30, but it was before 9.
So you've been up for 4.5, 5 hours by then. So if you think about like normal person gets up at 7 to get to work at 9 to 5, let's say. So 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That's lunch. That's lunchtime for us.
It was technically my breakfast, my first meal, but
sure,
I was okay with that.
That's
it's
fine.
Like, well, we have breakfast for dinner.
Have breakfast for dinner. Why can't you have dinner for breakfast?
So if pizza
No.
What?
Wait, if pizza came in here right now.
Breakfast is the only meal that you could do that for.
Where? What? What?
What
Why?
is he from?
Are you going to make stuffed peppers for breakfast, like on a regular day, on a Saturday?
Make them.
No, not make them.
They were
leftovers.
already made.
Yeah, leftovers. But here's the thing: like, I'll have a chicken fried steak breakfast or something, and once
that's
in a blue
different.
moon. Oh, well.
Chris,
that's for breakfast. It's on the breakfast menu.
Right, I get it, but that's a dinner style meal that just happens to be on the breakfast menu.
I need the rules.
All right, I need the rules too.
But what if the peppers were, which they weren't, but stuff with eggs?
Yeah,
sausage. Like sausage is meats.
What about that?
That's breakfast.
That's breakfast. That's breakfast because that's an egg.
Yeah,
which is chicken.
Which is what Alan said. He goes, burger in the morning, not cool. Put egg on it. It's fine.
All egg is pre-chicken. That's what you're having.
What's post-chicken?
I think Chris laughs at his
It's more of I can see the frustration that you can't even acknowledge what I said.
No. Chris likes to say things in our ears that we
really
can't.
good.
Yeah, that we can't acknowledge on the air. Yeah, I don't know about none of that. Honestly, I mean, when you really think about it, biscuits and gravy, that's a dinner style thing. It's savory.
Yeah.
Breakfast probably, I think, classically is sweeter.
Yeah. Generally, right.
Dinner.
I don't like a sweet breakfast.
No, like
donuts.
French toast, donuts, waffles, pancakes.
But I usually don't go. I guess donuts, but not waffle. Or
but you also have a Latin background, and I've found with many of my friends, they'll just go for it. They'll be like, "Yeah, I'm having an egg with 9 jalapenos, some sour or some crema, excuse me, and some salsa." Which, by the way, nothing wrong with that.
Right.
It's just your taste buds are just kind of waking up, and then they're like, get up! Here's a jalapeno in your mouth, fool!" And I'm like, I was not ready for that. at all.
I'm stuck back on the pizza. If you had pizza the next morning, do you warm it?
I have thoughts on that. I have long standing thoughts on that. So, you know how like some people want the gold jerseys back, the Kings gold jerseys back, right? And I always feel like
they're just trolling at this point.
That's what I'm saying. Or they're trolling or they've just convinced themselves of a thing that isn't factual. So there's a brigade out there that actually says cold pizza is better than warm pizza. And that's serial killer stuff.
So you're not part of that brigade.
I will 100% eat cold pizza and super enjoy it. Don't get me wrong. I'll grab pizza out of the box and just go for it, standing in the kitchen with my belly hanging out, just mowing some cold pizza. I have nothing against cold pizza, but to say that a slice of cold, and by the way, when it's cold, dare I say a little bit drier pizza,
that's fair,
versus a warm, moist, gooey piece of pizza, maybe a little crunch on the crust,
like to the point where you bite.
There's
a little bit burning in the roof of the mouth, but
it's just so. There's no way you could objectively say the cold version is better than that version. If you want to say, I don't want to wait.
Because we know all of those pizza parlors offering cold pizza.
Right. Exactly. The cold bit, like when you go to Starbucks, you can get a hot or cold latte.
Yeah.
You don't ever see pizza being like, well, we have the Supreme, but also we have the room temperature one as well. But here's the chilled section. If you want to say cold pizza is good enough to where it's not worth the extra time to warm up the pizza, I'd just rather eat it, I'll accept that.
I would agree to the point of pizza might be the best version of a cold food.
I think you're correct. A cold food that's normally warm. That's not better than ice cream. I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
I actually like cold fried chicken.
Okay.
I was not my favorite.
Turkey.
Yeah, turkey. You mean like on a turkey sandwich?
Yeah, if you had sliced turkey, well, mainly people have turkey at Thanksgiving and it's warm.
Yes.
The next day, if it's cold, that's kind of good.
Fine with that. That's a good question. Best normally warm foods.
That's cold.
That's cold. Okay, this is kind of a technicality because I'm a sushi guy. Does rice count? Because
generally that's warm.
That's warm, but then like if it's in a sushi,
but are you eating a bowl of?
Yeah,
cold
you're right. You need to eat it as it's originally.
Here's the thing about, and now that we have air fryers, it's a different story. But I've always said this: like the one complaint I will consistently hear about the cold pizza from the cold pizza brigade is that it's just not the same when you microwave it. And they're right; it's fine, but it's not the same. And it's the absolute simplest thing. You take a piece of tinfoil and you turn it shiny side up. You put your pieces of pizza on there, and you put it in a cold oven, and you set the oven to 350, and you hit start, and don't worry about the timer. When your oven alerts you that it's hit 350, your pizza's done, and it will taste and feel almost the exact same as it did the night before.
What if you made the error of having it shiny side down?
You're going to get less crunch on the
mistake.
It's fine. You're just going to get less crunch.
Okay.
You're just going to get less crunch.
Good to know. Take notes, everyone.
Is pizza an open face sandwich? Here we go. I'm with Adam on this too. There are people that say pineapple doesn't belong on pizza. I understand if you don't like that, and it's not my go-to, but it's a nice,
I like it.
Yeah, it's a nice change up. I feel like there's a Venn diagram that's like people who don't think pineapple belongs on pizza, people who don't think fruit belongs in a drink, and truck owners. I feel like there's like a Venn diagram, like big truck owners with like flags and stuff.
Yeah,
give me a pepperoni. Give me a cold slice of pepperoni, pineapple, and jalapeno.
Oh my God. I didn't think you were going to say jalapeno. I was going to say probably about a year ago, I tried for the first time. It was pepperoni, pineapple, and jalapeno. It was actually because I've
never had that.
Here's why it works so well. You have all the groups pretty much. You have the salty pepperoni, you have the fruity sweet pineapple, and then you have the spicy jalapeno. So you get all the things in your mouth.
Yeah.
And it's good.
It's a party in your mouth.
It really is.
Everybody's invited.
Everyone, all of it. Hey, Spicy, come on in. Hey, what's going on? And then there's Pineapple, who brings the keg that they've been searching for forever.
Here,
and then they throw it on the top of all the other kegs that we have, and they feel all disappointed. What movie was that? Wasn't there a movie that was Michael J. Fox?
Teen Wolf.
It was Teen Wolf. Thank you.
Would bread?
The keg. Put it in the corner with
the rest of the kegs. They felt so good.
That's how high school is.
Yeah.
Would I was trying to think of hot foods better. I don't know if bread counts.
What do you mean? Is hot foods what?
That we were saying that could be as good or better cold.
If
you get garlic, it's never cold though. I guess it's just not warm.
I can't imagine. I don't know of a bread or a pastry that's better room temperature than warm. I'm trying to think.
Yeah,
every single, the thing that always pisses me off about grocery stores. I swear to God, they have a system where they run a fan or something. And whenever they're baking I always happen to be, they say they do it once a day.
It's when you're there.
It's always when I'm there today.
He's here.
Yeah. And then it's like, I'm just shopping and doing my thing. And then all of a sudden, fresh French bread on aisle 3. And you can just fragrance. And I'm so hungry. And I'm like, it's $1.50.
Yeah. Let's do it.
And you know what ends up happening, dude? I put the French bread in the little, where the fruit goes in in the top of the basket, and I'll just peel some off. It's like my shopping snack.
Eat during the store.
What's wrong with that? Is that not good?
I think that's weird.
Is it? Why?
It's just me.
Is it like a hygiene thing? Like
a little bit of that.
Yeah. Is it because I haven't bought it yet?
A little bit of that.
Well,
it's like slices of all of it.
Oh, hold on.
Yeah, you're gonna buy it. Well, you are.
I am, but here's my thing. What's the difference between eating some bread or drinking a soda or pounding some Reese's Pieces in a grocery store before you go through the line? What's the difference between that when you sit down at a restaurant? You haven't paid for that food yet. You're going. The understanding is you will.
Think.
That's all. Now, if you're saying somebody's there sloppily eating in their cart, wiping their hands, that's disgusting.
Don't open up the rotisserie chicken that you got.
Exactly right. But if you have
got to see if this wing is good.
Yeah, you can't do that. But if you have
a grape, you could.
So there's rules I have about grapes. I do believe it's acceptable to try a grape.
Yeah, I'm with you on that.
If I'm gonna spend $10.92 on the bag of Thompson Seedless, I need to know if they're crisp, Doug Christie style,
the snap,
or if they're halfway to raisin.
Yes.
So, but you have to be careful. If you look carefully at the grape section, there's almost always the sample bag. If you just look carefully, you'll see the bag that everybody. You go for that bag. So take a second, look for the bag, and then you have to just be careful when you you cannot touch any other grapes, dude.
Yeah.
Which there's probably a doctor, just somebody with any sort of IQ listening right now that's dude, you don't have to touch the other grapes. If you have disease on your hand, it's going to get it. I acknowledge that, but hey, you kind of know that going in when you're touching the sample grapes,
right? And
you sample the grape. Also, that grape being good doesn't guarantee all the other grapes will be good, but generally they come in on the same satchel.
Maybe the sample bag is
tainted,
separate material from the others.
Never want a tainted sample bag.
No.
All right, we'll take a break. Hey, big show today. What is on the show today? I don't know.
Dave Richard.
Oh, Dave Richard's on the show. Mayor Steinberg's coming on. Mayor. Big day for him yesterday.
Yeah.
We'll talk about that.
We got 2 more. Let's see if we can get him.
Greg Papa.
Yeah.
He's going to join us. Niners at 9. Hold on. Greg Papa, Dave Richard, the mayor.
Man, we've got football covered. What else should we get covered today?
Let's see, what should we cover, Chris?
Basketball?
Yeah.
Do we have an insider?
We do.
Is it? It's not Frankie?
It's not.
It's Brendan.
Yeah.
Brendan Nunes Fridays.
Yes.
I forgot about that. We're trying to get that sponsored.
Yeah.
Brought to you by people that have normal names, but they're spelled weird and you have to pronounce it slightly differently.
Yep.
It's not Brandon.
Very specific.
It's Brendan.
Yeah.
It's not Nunez. It's Nunes.
We'll blame the Portuguese for that.
Is that what it is? Is that a Portuguese thing?
They say Nunes. Spanish is Nunez.
By the way, I know we have to break. I just learned like 4 years ago that something I thought was incredibly normal to refer to Portuguese people as was like the worst thing you could say to them. I did not. I literally found that out in like the last 5 years. There needs to be more education on this stuff. I can't be the only one. Obviously, I won't share with the class, but I'm sure you can guess. So, memo to everybody, public service announcement, do your research. Do your own research. I still think there should be a cartoon or something about it. We'll take a break. When we come back, leading off is next.
Wow. It's like there's a party in my mouth and everyone's invited.
Domantas Sabonis plays here.
He finds Sabonis. Put the frosting on the cake. Put the cherry on the sundae. Sabonis with a two-hand flush makes it 114-106.
Sacktown Sports is your proud home of the Sacramento Kings.
Don't you deserve health care you can count on? Well, you can count on United Healthcare with Medicare plans that fit your life today and as your needs change tomorrow. You can enjoy reliable coverage and low out-of-pocket costs with a Medicare Advantage plan from United Healthcare. United Healthcare Medicare Advantage plans, made for California, trusted everywhere. The Medicare annual enrollment period ends December 7th, so go to uhc.com/Medicare today.
The holidays can be tough for some, especially if things from your past are still following you around to this day. Now, don't be afraid of your past this upcoming holiday season, as an expungement can help. And that's where the law offices of Jonathan Gonzalez comes in, as he's local and has a great track record. Now that expungement can help you get a job, get your life back in order, and you'll also get your constitutional rights back. He's offering discounts on expungements now through Christmas. Call 916-304-9187. That's 916-304-9187.
Let's do it. Leading off, the 3 top stories in the morning.
Huge news. This is very important.
Here's cut number 1.
Hey, text line says, by the way, 441140. Text line says, Christopher Laud wanted to ask you something about Patrick Stewart while you were gone.
Yes,
yeah,
that's right.
Thank you, text line.
I read a text.
I think that's Justin actually on the text line.
Chris didn't remember.
Yeah.
I didn't know that he was in town.
When was he in town?
Apparently, someone that worked at a restaurant said that Patrick Stewart was in town.
That was, if it's the same thing I'm thinking of, that was back when that was the weekend I was with him here. That was.
I did not know that you were with him here.
And I said, Dave told the whole story about the key, and you had to go back up and down from the.
Yeah, the whole thing.
But Chris maybe wasn't here.
Were you not here?
I could not.
I spent the whole weekend driving around town with Patrick Stewart and his wife, Sunny. It was. How do you not know that?
He must have been gone.
No, it was great. And then, Wait.
I would like to push back that I'm as big a Patrick Stewart fan as you.
Me?
So the fact that
do I smell a Patrick Stewart trivia off?
Friday Funny Games. You know what really? I don't want to rub it in, but you know what really sucks is that first off, I don't know how you didn't know that. You must have been going. Secondly, I 100%. I promise you would have been like, hey, come along with us for the day.
There's no way you would have said that.
I'll say, like, you're my cousin who's in. I 100% would have. I had my wife with me when we went to the airport Sunday. Yeah. It was just, honestly, it was just me driving them around all weekend. His wife tried to tip me at the end of the weekend. I swear, they're the sweetest people. And I'm like, dude, no, we've had fun all weekend. I think you probably saw there was a Reddit thread where like he went to the Crocker Art Museum and somebody saw him there randomly. Yeah, that was that weekend. He came up on a Friday for Kevin's birthday and went back that Sunday morning. So
yeah, Chris must have been gone.
He must have.
Oh, I wish I had your jokes.
When you say Chris must have been gone, you say Chris. It makes you say Christmas.
Chris must have been
gone.
Christmas was gone.
Christmas is gone. Next month, by the way.
That's on Hallmark right now.
Yeah. Yes. Christmas is gone. Oh, speaking of, and then we got to get to the stuff. Whereas a cold fried chicken sounds like a coming of age country movie. All right. We had a good time though. It was a good time. We showed him a couple restaurants around Sacramento, and I don't know if he forgot or just he was very pleased to hear and remember that LeVar Burton was from Sacramento as well. And then it turns out
the blind one?
Yeah. The one with the barrette on his head. And I think he was up here like years and years and years ago for like a park dedication or something to him. So shout out Reading Rainbow. Cut number 1.
Burrow takes the snap. Ravens bring blitz pressure. Burrow throws to the end zone. It's incomplete. It's incomplete. And with 38 seconds left to play, the Hayes in the barn. Oh, what a wild way to end it tonight, as the Ravens will sweep the series from the Bengals and improve to 7-3.
Well,
Hayes in the barn.
Hayes in the barn. I thought about you during the game last night, during that particular play, because I went, you know what? We'll talk about this tomorrow. So this was Tampa Bay going for 2 in Kansas City.
Yep.
And we said you should go for 2.
Yep.
So let me ask you this. Sitting here today, do you think that was the wrong decision to go for 2?
Yeah, it didn't work. No, I'm just kidding.
See, I think we're the same way.
Yeah.
They lost, but I think it was the right decision.
And the reason,
by the way, they murdered their receiver.
Yes, yeah, there were a couple things. The reasons to me, it was just like the other game, because what did the Ravens had like 7 points in the third quarter?
Yeah,
and then they're going like, now they can't be stopped.
That's right.
So the Lamar Jackson train's going.
Yeah,
and if you tie it, it just feels like you're going to lose.
It comes down to a coin flip,
right?
If they win the coin flip, you're almost certainly losing.
Yeah, it's risk reward, and yeah, it's not a hey, they should have done it because it didn't work. I would have done exactly what Coach Taylor did. I go for 2.
And by the way, look, you and I are the same. Like, with the exception of Game 6, 2002, we pretty much stay away from referees and umpires. I'm just so tired of how often we look. Calls will get missed in every game. But, dude, the Joe Burrow face mask twice on that last drive. Was it Mike Gesicki?
Yes,
I think
being held.
Just got murdered.
Yeah.
Right. Just how do you, and is there.
There's a little flopping, but he still got.
It's still right. I'm with you. Like, dude, how is, there's just got to be a system. And does it come down to, like, should those plays be, I mean, we're going to slow the game down, but do you review them? Is there some sort of like, because that I just don't want to see a game decided like
and
that.
What's interesting is I don't know this. I'm kind of speculating onto her. If I don't want to be the story,
right?
I don't have but you kind of are if you don't call it too.
Here's the problem though, Jason. They're kind of in a corner because if you want to play like that, where you can start going back and review, I think honestly, one of the main reasons they don't have a system to review calls is because they would do it every Hail Mary, and it would be a completely different thing.
Yeah.
Like every Hail Mary, there are multiple holdings and pass interferences on every single one, but it's just like understood.
Right.
This is also one of those games where you look, and I understand the Bengals lost, but you go, God, Joe Burrow. I understand why he's basically the Patrick Mahomes kryptonite. And when Joe Burrow is on, he might be the best. I mean, he's right there with any quarterback in the league.
Absolutely.
So good. By the way, Lamar Jackson just, at this point, I feel like it's like Lamar Jackson's MVP lead is so big, he's either A, going to have to completely fall off, or B, it's going to be one of those like Michael Jordan and Hakeem Olajuwon things where they're just like, we can't give him a third.
Right.
Well, who else? He was perfect in the fourth quarter.
That's it. As the game was going, I'm like, man, where's Lamar today? Like, he just didn't seem like he was having the game. And then by the end, you're like, my gosh.
By the end, he was 25 of 33 for 290 yards, 4 touchdowns, 0 picks, a 141.4. What was it last week? Was 153. The perfect rating.
Well, and he ran for, I mean, it wasn't a massive number, but
33 yards on the ground.
Yeah.
Just in our Lamar tracker. That brings him up to 24 touchdowns, Jason. He threw 24 touchdowns last year in his MVP season.
In a full year.
24 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. He's the MVP. Got to win a playoff game, though.
Yeah.
Got to do something there. Okay, cut number 2.
What's next?
Cut number 2.
This morning, I am proud. I am happy. I am over the moon to announce that after 8 years of never, ever giving up, the Wilton Rancheria, led by Chairman Jesus Tarango, and his tribal council, in partnership with Republic FC owner Kevin Nagel.
They made a deal, and they sorry, we got a break.
Come on, Mayor.
Yeah, at some point. When you laughed, that made me honest. You kind of smiled after he said he was over the moon, which made me think literally of how funny it would be watching the mayor jump over the moon. That would be hilarious. Darrell Steinberg, that is your outgoing Sacramento mayor, in a very celebratory. I wanted to talk about it so bad yesterday too. I was bouncing off the walls. It was who was it? Was that him? Was that was new stadium coming? Railyards. Kevin Nagel sold the majority shares in the Republic to Wilton Rancheria. He will still remain as the Vivek, the Joe Lacob, the Jerry. Why am I picking all these? The Mark Cuban. Well, no, Mark Cuban sold his shares, but you get my point. As the operating partner. There is a completed term sheet ready to go to City Council on Tuesday. Last whip count sounds like they've definitely got the votes there, but still knock on wood. A lot of people will be out there, sort of like been there before with the whole vote on the sports thing. Be a lot of people out there in Republic gear on Tuesday, and really, I felt look. Anytime you talk about any political figure, there's going to be people that just can't stand that person. I like Darrell. I think he's done. I think he's done a lot of things for the city, and I think the Kings are 100% not. David Stern gets credit. Kevin Johnson, they deserve the credit. By the way, this isn't taken away from them, but Kings aren't here without Darrell Steinberg. People forget he did the boring stuff. He was the president of the state senate who streamlined the bill that streamlined something called CEQA, which is an environmental. It's boring. It'll put you to sleep, but without it, they aren't able to build the arena on the timeline they needed to, which is what David Stern and the owners required for the Kings to stay here. So when I say the Kings would not be here without Darrell Steinberg, they would not be here without Darrell Steinberg. That's how he kind of came in as mayor, and then he leaves as mayor, having worked on this thing for 7 years. And we will not only have a soccer-specific stadium that is expandable should MLS come into play, but we will also have a music venue directly next to it as well for shows. So the downtown is shaping up to be pretty cool.
Isn't that amazing transformation?
We're going to talk about that a little bit in Three for Madness, but just when you think about where this city was and where it was going just 11 years ago, 10, 12 years ago, compared to where it's going to be in just 3 years, it's pretty cool, man. So great day yesterday. Great day for the city of Sacramento. And by the way, the city's not writing a check for the thing. That's maybe the best part of this all being done by the tribe and by Kevin. So we'll take a break. We'll come back. Let's talk about that Ravens win as we open up the week in football. Don't forget Dave Richard with your fantasy football questions at 7. Brendan Nunes, Sacktown Sports Kings Insider at 8. Darrell Steinberg will join us from Palm Springs. He flew out for a convention-y meeting, whatever you thing yesterday, but he's still going to talk to us from probably from his hotel room, to be honest. And then Greg Papa, voice of the Niners, at 9. We'll take a break. We'll come back with all that next.
Trying to find out where to catch your favorite team's games?
Are you a fan of the Kings, Niners, and the NFL? Well, Sacktown Sports has you covered.
Touchdown! San Francisco! It's all on his shoulders. Cox rocks. He fires for the win. He's got the triple.
Catch all your Kings, Niners, and NFL games all year long on Sacktown Sports and SacktownSports.com.
Model Year End pricing is back at Folsom Lake Honda, your one-stop Honda shop.
During the Model Year End event, lower interest rates at Folsom Lake Honda make lower payments. It's no wonder why Folsom Lake Honda is your one-stop Honda shop. Come in today or check out our entire inventory online at FolsomLakeHonda.com.
Get an instant cash offer for your trade at FolsomLakeHonda.com. We'll buy your car whether you buy from us or not. Folsom Lake Honda is your one-stop Honda shop.
Folsom Lake Honda.
Go to FolsomLakeHonda.com.
Your one-stop Honda shop.
Power Business Technology is proud to be 100% independent, locally owned, and managed Toshiba copier dealer. Local ownership cuts out the red tape, allowing ourselves to never be too busy to personally answer the call when our clients need us. Recognized for excellence in service execution, training, and customer service, we're proud to be named a 2022 Toshiba ProMasters Elite Dealer. Contact us today for all of your business printing needs at 844-POWER-BZ. That's 844-769-3729, or visit us at powercopiers.com.
It's time for the Sacktown Sports live events calendar, the hottest live events lineup just for you. Kicking things off for comedy fans, don't miss David Spade bringing his sharp wits at Hard Rock Live Sacramento on November 22nd, followed by the hilarious Russell Peters lighting up the stage the next night, November 23rd. Then get ready to feel those good vibrations with the legendary Beach Boys on November 24th at Hard Rock Live. And for classic rock lovers, the Black Crowes are rocking the same stage November 30th. All of these are brought to you by our friends at Live Nation. The original Jersey Boys, Midtown Men, are bringing their holiday show to Thunder Valley on December 8th. Then kicking off the year in style, country stars Dylan Scott and Jackson Dean are hitting Thunder Valley on January 10th. And the one and only Bill Engvall will be there too, cracking up the crowd on January 11th. Don't miss these incredible events coming your way, and stay tuned for more info. To get details, head to sacktownsports.com.
Carmichael Dave with a simple question. What are you thankful for this year? So many things to consider, but one thing we can all agree on is a well-running vehicle to get you where you need to go each and every day. Jiffy Lube would like to say thank you to all their customers this November. Whether a weekend road trip to Lake Tahoe or your daily commute to work, Jiffy Lube has you covered. Serving the greater Sacramento area since 1984. Visit jiffylube.com today to find a location near you, generous oil change coupons, and more. Happy Thanksgiving and holiday driving from Jiffy Lube.
Did you know that replacing garage doors is the biggest return on investment homeowners can get on improvements? Jason Ross here, and let me tell you about the Overhead Door Company of Sacramento, a family-owned and operated company with third-generation owners that's been in business for 71 years right here in Sacramento. With new garage doors from Overhead Door Company of Sacramento, you'll not only get the wow factor, but you'll also know that you're working with a well-respected and proven company. Residential and commercial, brand new garage doors, or repairs to existing doors, they do it all. Take advantage of their free at-home estimates on new garage doors, or check out the showroom with no appointment needed. And while you're at it, mention me, Jason Ross, or Sacktown Sports, and receive $100 off a new garage door paired with a new garage door opener. Check out their website at ohdsac.com or call them at 916-421-3747. Overhead Door Company of Sacramento, the genuine, the original overhead door. Always look for the red ribbon logo.
Black Friday is on its way at Fasteners Inc. Tool Outlet, and there's no better place to shop for all your power tools. Low price Makita Bear tools starting at $89. Makita batteries starting at just $49, and many more of the year's hottest deals. November 25th through December 2nd. That's right, one whole week of crazy deals on power tools. So don't forget, our Black Friday sale will be November 25th through December 2nd. Check us out at 6701 Power Inn Road or online at fastenersinc.net.
Facts are facts, and the facts show that for eliminating hip, knee, back, leg, and foot pain, it's the Good Feet personalized arch support system, clinically proven to provide significant pain relief in only 4 weeks. Good Feet arch supports are designed to help put your feet and whole body back in pain-relieved proper alignment. Good Feet arch supports are HSA and FSA eligible. Book your free fitting at Good Feet in Sacramento, Roseville, and Vacaville.
The holidays are always a great time to get together with family and friends, but nothing beats the thrill of Stockton Honda's deals. During Happy Honda Days, find the perfect ride in person or online. With over 400 new Hondas ready to go, now is the time to buy at Northern California's #1 Honda dealer, Stockton Honda.
Anytime, anywhere, it's all here. StocktonHonda.com.
#1 claims based on 2023 total new and Honda certified pre-owned vehicle car sales from American Honda Motor Company. Sell on report.
The Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross
Call or text at 916-339-1140
on Sacktown Sports.
welcome back.
They're on a whole other level over there.
The English message boarders are hilarious sometimes. I will say I have found that there are a lot more similarities than not too with football fans in England and soccer fans over here. I don't mean this necessarily as bad. They're different.
Yes.
It's a different.
I think Kings fans could fit in that area very well because in the culture, it's almost as if I don't really care what my team does as long as your team loses and is embarrassed.
That's accurate. And I think to your point too, Kings fans are a lot more involved in I think they care a lot more about the running of the club and the intricacies. Whereas for fans over here, we don't. I was at they call it ATT, All Together Town, which is their fan group over there for Huddersfield Town. I was at one of their meetings this last trip. And if we had, let's say, it's basically imagine a rotating group of about 20 Kings fans that once every quarter, so every 3 months, you're in front of John Reinhart, Martina Colacatronis, who are the presidents of the team, Monty McNair, let's say, and I don't know, whatever, whoever's the director of sales, And you have this, they say what's coming up and what the team's doing, and hey, we're going to invest in this thing, we're going to build this park, and we have this thing coming up. Anyways, our questions, I want to say, would be like, so that front court depth, what are we, or hey, the jerseys. These people, I'm not joking, man, 90% of them were like, hey, the quarterly printouts of town finances, which, by the way, imagine Kings finances, their books being shared every quarter. That's what happens over there. You can see pretty much all the transactions business-wise. So all their questions are like, so Mr. Nagel loaned the club $2.5 million to make these purchases. Let's talk about the interest and the buyback. And is this something that he could call back in the future? And I'm sitting there, I'm like, what? Not in a dismissive way, honestly, in a curiosity way. I'm like, why do you care? Like, honestly, like,
why you care?
Like, and not in a way where I'm like, shut up, person, don't care. Just, I literally am like, I do not understand why that's a priority for you, but it's fascinating to me. Whereas over here, we're like, I also not to bookmark this because I am, this is one of those things where I hate it when people do it. So I'm going to do it. I am 100% sworn to secrecy on this one. Just remind me of this conversation at this time next week. This has nothing to do with roster, player, or anything floor related, but there's going to be a very interesting and fun Kings conversation coming next week.
So it's more ceiling related?
Yes, very ceiling related. We're going to have a lot of fun with this. I promise you next week. So write that down and let's come back to this conversation a week from today. The Ravens win a thriller. Shout out Michael Jackson, RIP. Against the Ravens. Sorry, Chris. I can almost guarantee you had this prepped, but you can't cherry pick these numbers, dude. These types of statistics. And by the way, it's so good.
Come on.
You knew. You know what? I didn't save it. Never mind. Maybe I won't be using it. It's a stat about how good this year Lamar Jackson and Joe Burrow have been against each other.
Okay, I'll say if you find it, go with Lamar Jackson.
Yeah, that's no problem. Oh, I have a baseball stat for you guys that I have that has nothing to do with the segment. You guys want to take a guess as to since 2009, so 15 years ago, who leads all of baseball in complete games? Pitcher, obviously. There is, well, I don't want to, that in itself would be a hint. Just take a stab. This is your stat of the day to me.
Clayton Kershaw.
Okay.
Absolutely wonderful guess, and it's wrong.
Matt Cain.
Matt Cain is another really good guess. Seriously, these are quality guesses. They're wrong. I'll open up to the chat line. We could sit here all day and you won't get it. That's the best part of this. All day you won't get it. Which maybe you would now that I said that. Ready?
Can we get a hint? Or is that already?
No. This isn't some random, like, it's not a Mark Burley question. Like, very good pitcher. I think multiple 20-game winner. Yeah. Well, and I think the biggest hint is, like, you're going to go, are you serious? Like
Mike Mussina.
Okay. You're weirdly on the right track.
Pedro Martinez.
No, but you're the pitcher that has led the major leagues in complete games since 2009. So if you took all the complete games from 2009 to 2024, this guy leads. The late Roy Halladay is your complete games leader since 2009. That floored me, dude. Like, it really is just a statement on how much pitching has changed, and that I truly believe, unless we have some sort of pitching renaissance in the future, and I don't know how we're going to, I think we've seen our last 300-game winner.
Oh, yeah, I believe that.
It would have to, the entire way the league works would have to change. I don't know how Greg Maddux, for example, would work today. I mean, I still think he'd be a wonderful pitcher, right? But they just don't make him they don't make him like that anymore. No, they literally do not. Greg Maddux would have blown his arm out in his second year with the Cubs because he was trying to hit 96.
Yeah. I mean, even in the playoffs, like, some of the analysis you'd hear is like, if the starter can get to the fourth, I'm like, the fourth inning?
The fourth.
The fourth inning? I'm like, my gosh.
Back in our day, if you were a good starter and you didn't make it to the seventh,
right, you weren't a good starter.
You weren't a good starter.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, in most of my baseball fantasy leagues growing up, we would actually get bonus points for what was deemed a quality start. Mm-hmm. I believe a quality start was 6 innings, 3 earned or less.
Okay.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, I think that's what a quality. How many of those did we have last year?
I mean, it really would have been ideally starter complete game. Second ideal situation is starter 8 innings, closer the 9th inning. That's your pitching game.
Right. And if you want to go even further, everything you just said, closer in the 8th inning.
Yeah, because they would go 2 innings.
Right. And then I'm sure it wasn't the first one, but then they adopted the whole, like, it was, it was your Yankees, John Wetland and Rivera. Thank you. That's the one I forgot, Rivera. Yeah, where you'd have these double closer situations. Like, why not? You have a guy come in, shut the door in the 8th, and that worked quite well. So, anyway, the Ravens. We'll take a break. When we come back, Sacramento gets a new stadium deal. We'll give you some of the details and all that. Plus, we have some folks that are going to talk about this and give us more background on all that. We'll do it next.
The NFL's leading rusher plays here.
The handoff to McCaffrey, walks in the end zone. Handoff to McCaffrey, takes it right down to the goal line. He does his thing again. McCaffrey goes in motion right. Backwards pass led by Juszczyk. A block there. Hurdles a man. 10, 5, touchdown! CMC!
You can hear all of Christian McCaffrey's touchdowns on your home for 49ers football. Sacktown Sports.
Hey, what's up, everybody? It's your boy Drapes here for Mercedes-Benz of Stockton. Now that fall is here, now is the perfect time to head to Stockton and check out a new Mercedes-Benz. I had the opportunity just last week to drive an all-new S-Class 550, and let me tell you, it was a sweet ride. The moment I hopped in, I felt like I was in a world of luxury. From the steering wheel to the seat cooling and even the power of the engine, I was impressed. And then, of course, when I hopped into my Mercedes-Benz EQS SUV, I felt the same thing. So hurry in and take advantage of the Mercedes-Benz incentive bonuses up to $15,000. And they have tons of pre-owned vehicles as well, including C-Class sedans, GLC SUVs, and a whole lot more. Take it from me, you won't be disappointed. So take the short drive down I-5 to Mercedes-Benz of Stockton or online at mbofstockton.com.
In business, service is everything. Cintas delivers what you need to better serve your customers. Whether it's freshly laundered work apparel for almost any job imaginable, tested and inspected fire protection systems, first aid and safety supplies, on-site AED training, or mops and restroom products stocked and ready when you need them. Better workdays happen together. So visit Cintas.com.
Oh, I'm ready!
And get ready for the workday.
Why choose a Sleep Number smart bed?
Can I make my side softer?
Can I make my side firmer?
Can we sleep cooler?
Sleep Number does that. Cools up to 8 times faster and lets you choose your ideal comfort on either side, your Sleep Number setting. And now, during our Veterans Day sale, save 40% on the Sleep Number Special Edition smart bed, plus free home delivery with any base. Ends Monday. To learn more, go to sleepnumber.com.
Hello, I'm Frank Cockrell with the Retirement Security Centers with the weekly economic update. The election cycle has come to an end. While who resides in the White House and controls Congress and the Senate influences investment behavior, there are a few things that matter more. One is earnings. If a company is unable to turn sales revenue into earnings, then it may not be a desirable investment for some. The value of a company based on its stock price is another consideration. Many items go into a stock's value, but if a company can produce high gross revenue with low cost, it might increase the value of the company. Economic conditions may determine the viability of a company or set its potential value either higher or lower. Finally, the monetary policies of the Federal Reserve can increase or decrease the flow of money in the economy, which can affect the economy and companies' earning potential. While the ebb and flow of DC politics has an effect, focusing on more fundamental issues can lead investors to make more educated decisions. How might this affect you or your family? Please go to frankontheradio.com to schedule an appointment, watch videos, and receive market updates. I'm ready to help you start your journey so you can define your future.
Securities and investment advisory services offered through Osaic FA Incorporated, member FINRA SIPC. Osaic FA is separately owned, and other entities and/or marketing names, products, or services referenced here are independent of Osaic FA.
Presenting Again Fling's love story. Dear love of my life, we were on the 12B bus this morning when I caught a whiff. A scent so fresh, so life-changing, I had to find its source. Alas, I didn't know if you were the woman in the pink freshly washed cardigan or the retired mailman next to me, but I knew one of you was my soulmate. Ah, the scent of Gain Flings. Try Gain Flings with OxyBoost and Febreze.
How was your job to school?
Let me tell you, I had to get my iced coffee first. I just can't seem to put it down. My favorite rapper just announced a tour. My phone was buzzing like crazy. I'm so excited. I had to text all my friends right then to talk about it. Then someone started calling me and...
Let's try that again.
I turned my phone off right away. I never drive distracted.
Visit StopTextStopWrecks.org. A message brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, Project Yellow Light, and the Ad Council.
Waking you up with the best in local sports.
They just make it interesting, you know?
It's the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross
On Sacktown Sports.
Welcome back. How you doing? I don't understand the break times here. It's like, I pay attention to them.
Yeah.
I know you do too. Some days we have like 2 minute break, then 2.5 minute break, then a 3 minute break, then maybe a 4, then a 1, then a 30-second. Did we just like totally sell the show today or something? Like, every break is, you know, I know you probably
lots of girth.
Very girthy breaks. Yeah. All right. So y'all, and let me just start this second by saying, if you're not a soccer fan, you're not a soccer fan. I respect that. And this is also for you if you live here.
Right.
This whole thing yesterday, and I thought everybody back here did a really good job covering it. We haven't had a swing at it, though. That's why I left yesterday morning, because we had the press conference at 10 a.m. City Hall to announce that Kevin Nagel, the owner of the Republic, had sold majority ownership in the Sac Republic to the Wilton Rancheria tribe. You may have been to Sky River Casino down in Elk Grove. That's theirs.
Wonderful place.
Wonderful place. And I've gotten to know these guys as the deal came together over the last year. The chairman, Jesus Tarango, his folks, his cousin, his right-hand man, Chris, who actually who actually, not you, Chris, but actually goes back. How this is just for the three of us, by the way, goes back to working at Leatherby's with Jana Haynes and her husband Derek. Both used to work on this show and in promotions back when it was the night show. You remember them both. So super local ties, right? This is really the story of like local folks made good. And I don't need to get into the whole Native American story and, all that, which you're very familiar with. There's a lot of really good feelings about this. So the deal has been coming together, and you may recall, maybe you don't recall, but about 2 weeks ago, literally about an hour from landing in Sacramento, coming back from England, I'm literally, Kevin and I are flying back, and I'm getting into it with a couple of Republic fans, Tower Bridge Battalion folk, who are understandably super frustrated at the whole process and the fact that this thing has dragged on and on and on and on. And understandably as well, like I was there when a lot of us were there when they announced that Republic was going MLS and the stadium was happening, 5 years ago now, downtown, the big rally. And then Burkle bailed out. The whole thing just collapsed. It was just so stupid. And these poor fans who support this team so well have had to go to Cal Expo to watch the matches.
Right.
And Cal Expo has treated, for the most part, the team and as just second-class tenants, because the horse racing is doing wonders or whatever the hell. Like the whole point of Cal Expo, a lot of the point is to showcase like local things. The Republic, in my opinion, maybe I'm biased, should be treated as their gold standard prize tenant. You've got multiple events every year where you're bringing 10, 15, 20,000 people out there. And they've just neglected them. And for a long time, it's been very apparent these fans need and deserve their own home. Plus, it's just better business. So
good at business.
I get into it. The thing that would always get me, and again, I always wear my heart on my sleeve, and I don't filter myself, and I should. But when I see somebody online that's like, Nagel scamming us, he doesn't care about this, he cares about his England team, he's just making money and screwing the fans and all that. And I'm like, dude, if you only knew, like, I'm literally, and again, full disclosure, I've done it a billion times. I work with Kevin on England. I don't do much, if anything, for the Republic. I do the England thing. But I know the money he's lost. I know the money he loses every single month. I know that he bought the team and the team was going bankrupt. They were insolvent. They were days away from being closed down. Vendors were not getting paid. The thing was going away. There was nobody else that would have stepped up. I get the whole like, well, dude, you work with him, you're defending him. Here's the thing. I am down for anyone in this city that advances the city. Right. I don't care if it's the mayor. I don't care if it's Kevin Nagel. I don't care if it's Vivek Ranadive. Like, if you're advancing our city, I am a fan of yours, and I'm going to be loyal. And I'm watching this dude lose more money than we will ever make in our lives every single year on this club. And I'm thinking, what I want to say is, guys, if you didn't have him, your club would have been gone. The whole club would have been gone years ago. In the meantime, this dude who's worth just this side of $1 billion is out hat in hand trying to find partners, trying to find a stadium deal, a location. This is a federal, state, city, private business, tribal, 5-way partnership. And the Disney end of the whole thing is that the Wilton Rancheria tribe, the land that the stadium is going to be built on, that's their ancestral homeland that was taken from them. They're buying back the land hundreds of years later, and they're going to build a stadium on the whole thing. So when I say congratulations and a sincere thanks to Kevin, I wish the entire city would say that. The tribe, they're great people. Like, we could literally like hang out with a lot of these people. They're super cool, down to earth, humble as hell. Kevin and the chairman, Jesus Tarango, are going to be in studio with us on Tuesday, and we'll kind of go over all the stuff that happened. You'll see for yourself. There's cool dudes. And we'll talk a lot more about this in the specifics, but you're going to get your own soccer stadium. The soccer stadium is expandable if they ever do go MLS. They're perfectly good right now with doing USL, but they're leaving it open. You're getting a music venue next to it. The city's not writing a check. And they all just busted their asses to finally get this done. The fact that Darrell Steinberg, who will join us later, gets it done, a
few days before.
Yeah, I mean, exactly. And the presumptive new mayor, Kevin McCarty, was out there as well, is on board with all this. Unlike the arena thing, we'll revisit that. So it should be a good feeling for everybody. It advances the city. It grows the city. And it was a super, super cool day yesterday. We'll get more on that later. In the meantime, we'll take a quick break. Not really. When we come back, Dave Richards, CBS Sports. Get your fantasy football questions in. We'll do it next.
Did you miss any part of our live local shows? Don't worry, you never have to miss them again. Check out SactownSports.com and search our podcast page and play our shows when you want. The Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross, Stiles and Watkins, and the Drive Guys. Plus, other podcasts like Return of the Empire, Return of the Roar, the Stingers Up podcast, and Golf to Go with Frank LaRosa.
They're all available right now on SactownSports.com.
And maybe you have something that's following you from your past, a mistake you might have made, something that you didn't think would follow you around but still is, something you'd like to be free of. Well, that's something that can be done. It's called an expungement, and the law offices of Jonathan Gonzalez does that and does that very well. He's in downtown Sacramento. He's right here in our community and can be reached right here locally. You can go to saclegaldefense.com or call him at 916-304-9187. And as we know, the holidays can be a tough time for a lot of people. And don't be afraid of that past this upcoming holiday season. As I said, an expungement can really help. It can help you out, get you back on track, can help you get a job, can help you get your constitutional rights back. And right now, the law offices of Jonathan Gonzalez offering discounts on expungements now through Christmas. So try to get yourself back in order, get that assistance that you may need with someone that knows how to do it, someone that's trained, someone that's got this area of expertise. Again, it's the law offices of Jonathan Gonzalez, saclegaldefense.com, 916-304-9187.
When I wake up,
the best mornings
in the morning light,
start with Wrangler.
I put on my jeans and I feel all right.
Jeans, jackets, and shirts that get your day started. Good mornings make for better days. Wrangler, for the ride of life.
Lowe's honors our military community this Veterans Day and every day. To say thank you, verified military members, veterans, and their spouses get 10% off everyday purchases, plus free silver key status with My Lowe's Rewards. It's our way of showing our gratitude to the brave people who have and continue to serve our country. Learn more now at lowes.com/military. 10% discount can't be combined with another offer. Exclusions, terms, and conditions apply. Loyalty program subject to terms and conditions. Details at lowes.com/terms. Subject to change.
Welcome back to another exciting game day. Grab your rally towels, throw on your jerseys, cheer, shout, and save on your gas. That's right. Sports fans win big on home game days. Score instant savings of 25 cents per gallon on Shell V-Power Nitro Plus Premium Gasoline with the Fuel Rewards program. And that's a victory for you and your tailgate team. Download the app, join the Fuel Rewards program today, and game on. Restrictions apply. Limited time. At participating Shell stations. For more details, visit fuelrewards.com.
It's football season, and Uber Eats is dropping undefeated deals on all your game day favorites. This week, score buy one, get one free Crunchwrap Supremes from Taco Bell, only on Uber Eats. Craving even more? We've got you covered with game day deals on pizza, burgers, wings, and more all season long. Uber Eats, official on-demand food delivery partner of the NFL.
Order Taco Bell for game day now through November 17, 2024. Second item of equal or lesser value. Terms apply. See app for details.
Get in zone, AutoZone.
Welcome to AutoZone. What are you working on today? Getting ready for more rain and longer nights? We've got you. Right now, you can earn up to $25 in bonus rewards when you buy 2 Sylvania Silver Star Ultra bulbs and 2 Rain-X Quantum Elite wiper blades. More rewards and better visibility at America's #1 lighting destination, AutoZone.
Get in zone, AutoZone.
Offer valid for AutoZone Rewards members. Restrictions apply.
Don't you deserve healthcare you can count on? Well, you can count on United Healthcare with Medicare plans that fit your life today and as your needs change tomorrow. You can enjoy reliable coverage and low out-of-pocket costs with a Medicare Advantage plan from United Healthcare. United Healthcare Medicare Advantage plans. Made for California, trusted everywhere. The Medicare annual enrollment period ends December 7th, so go to uhc.com/Medicare today.
Hey, it's Carmichael Dave for American Energy Heating and Air with a question. Have you recently had a technician diagnose your HVAC system and you were a bit surprised at how much it cost? Or did something seem off about their quote? Because at American Energy, they take pride in giving you honest, straightforward solutions to get that system up and running. Have their qualified technicians come out and give you a free second opinion. It's free. You got nothing to lose but some dollars off of that original quote. They're making the uncomfortable comfortable. They've been doing it since 1981, serving the greater Sacramento area. A+ with the Better Business Bureau. That's why they keep having customers coming back for more and more and more. You can call them and set that appointment at 916-520-9990. That's 916-520-9990 or AmericanEnergyAir.com.
Call 916-520-9990 now.
Facts are facts, and the facts show that for eliminating hip, knee, back, leg, and foot pain, it's the Good Feet personalized arch support system, clinically proven to provide significant pain relief in only 4 weeks. Good Feet arch supports are designed to help put your feet and whole body back in pain-relieved proper alignment. Good Feet arch supports are HSA and FSA eligible. Book your free fitting at Good Feet in Sacramento, Roseville, and Vacaville.
KHD1 Sacramento, KYMX HD3 Sacramento.
Your flagship station for the Beam Team.
From the Power Business Technology Toshiba Studios.
This is Sacktown Sports 1140. The Carmichael Dave Show.
He's on the microphone when he's not on the microphone. He's playing a song, and when he's not playing a song, he's on the microphone, and then boom.
With Jason Ross.
No, he didn't. Yes, he did.
Call or text at 916-339-1140.
It's the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross on Sacktown Sports.
Welcome back. Carmichael Dave, Jason Ross. Still to come, the mayor, Brendan Nunez, Greg Papa, voice of the Niners. And look at this every week. Every week now, we get the lovely Dave Richard, who he and I talked before the show and decided today was Blue Day.
There you go.
Chris did too. Chris is wearing blue.
Sorry. Yeah, I missed the memo.
From CBS Sports, in my opinion, maybe biased, the greatest fantasy football mind in the world.
You know what? It's actually factual.
I saw the awards.
Yep.
One, it's in Wikipedia.
Yeah.
Dave Richard joins us. Good morning.
So good that I had Mike Gesicki ranked top 5 and Zay Flowers top 12. And not so good. Yeah, like what, 2-3 times a year, Dave, I need to step into your office and lay on the couch and just vent a little bit about the trials and tribulations of being a fantasy football guy. And while I was reminded of it on our podcast, we just finished it. Process over results is very important when it comes to why you start somebody in fantasy. And we had seen this tendency where every time T. Higgins had been out, Mike Gesicki had good games. And he had a bunch of targets every single time. And he did on Thursday. And he just couldn't do anything with it. He had a chance at a touchdown, couldn't bring it in. He had another target just in front of the end zone, caught that one, couldn't get into the end zone. And so, things like that happen, and it just annoys me because Joe Burrow goes out and he has a monster game in a favorable matchup. We knew Burrow was going to do well, and Gesicki can't do better than 7 PPR points. It makes me want to, put a hole in the wall. But I can't do that. It's not my wall, so I can't do it. But it's just very frustrating that a plan comes together and the opportunity's there, and the player just can't go through. And especially when it's a player like Gesicki, who has just fooled us time and time again.
Angry Dave Richard.
This reminds me of,
hasn't really caught on to these moments that I've had with you over the years, Dave.
This reminds me a little of a conversation we had. Golly, Dave, I don't remember the player and I don't remember the call you made, but there was a player that was high on your rankings and he didn't do well. And I think I asked you something like, you know, how do you deal with when you make a call and, you know, people listen, they trust you, and then that player doesn't work out? Like, I think I said something like, have you learned through the years to not take that personal and them's the breaks, or does it get you? And then we ended up just getting into, I think the whole rest of the show was the psychology of how like literally guilty you feel and how you obsess on it and how you can't stand failure. And I think we had a really good talk, if you remember this, Dave, because it was, I think the conclusion we came to for you was your job is to look at the trends, these overall variables, in other words, players, and give everybody the best chance based on trends and odds to be successful, but you have zero control about game-to-game, day-to-day, play-to-play decisions, weather, play calls, hot, not, jammed finger, whatever. So you just have to do your best job from 50,000 feet, knowing that from ground level, occasionally you're going to miss, which everybody does.
Fair. And that is my job. And I think I do that part of my job well. I don't have any like regrets or anything about that. I definitely put in the time and the work. And the thing you didn't mention, the tendencies of each defense and offense. And that comes by watching the games. And then we've got data from every single team in the league about what they do, what type of defense they play, how often they get pressure on the quarterback, the things that really tend to matter and the things that coaches look at when they devise their game plans from week to week. And so it's not like the Bengals, and this is just me trying to make myself feel better, and anybody who started Gesicki too. It's not like the Bengals said, all right, we're going to get away from Mike Gesicki, and we're not going to use him this week. They tried. Burrow tried. They tried to make it happen, and it was a different tight end that ended up having the better game. So I guess, Dave, it is one of those things.
It is one of those things.
Well, you were saying about process over results. So what are your process or your processes? I don't know if that's the right term.
Processes.
For Christian McCaffrey this week.
Well, I'm certainly know how talented he is, and I know that this is an awesome offense to have a running back in. And everyone from John Lynch to Kyle Shanahan seems to be optimistic that he's going to have a chance to play, and hopefully there are no setbacks. And so I look at the matchup. Tampa Bay's run defense has been terrible over the last 3 games. Kareem Hunt just looked like an all-star against them. And then I've made this analogy. I think you guys are wrestling fans. This is like when a wrestler enters the Royal Rumble at number 30. All the wrestlers in the ring are tired. They've been in the ring for a while. Some of them have been in the ring since, you know, the number 1 guy in. And here comes Christian McCaffrey at number 30, fresh as a daisy, ready to go. And I think those fresh legs, presuming that he's okay, can make a huge difference in this game. So the only thing that it's holding me back is, does he re-injure himself? Does Jordan Mason play a little bit more? What happens if it's a blowout? Of course, if it's a blowout, then McCaffrey would be a part of it. So I've got him ranked in unfamiliar territory, Jason. I've got him 13th. But this might be the last time this year we see Christian McCaffrey ranked that low.
So Jason and I both watch wrestling like when we were kids, but we're not big wrestling fans. Chris, our producer, he is a huge wrestling fan. I want to try. I kind of understood your analogy. I think I did. Let me see if I can
have watched a Royal Rumble at some point.
Yeah. Let me see if I can translate it into a different wrestling analogy, and you guys tell me if this also works. So are you saying Christian McCaffrey is like the tag team partner that's been tagged out, and he's watching his partner get the crap beat out of him the whole time, and then the partner like crawls over to the turnbuckle thingy and finally reaches out and like taps a finger to the guy who's been out the whole time, and then he jumps in the ring and like beats the hell out of both the other team guys and the manager and a couple people in the front row, and he just goes absolutely berserk because he's been watching his guy get beat up the whole time? Does that also match what you're saying a little?
A little.
You tried, Dave.
I tried.
But the point is the same. Guy who's fresh. And, when you play in the National Football League, you get beat up pretty bad every week. And this is a guy who hasn't been beat up in 3 months.
Okay.
Yeah.
Travis Etienne, what do I do with him?
You bench him. Desperation starter at best. This is a Jacksonville offense that's without Trevor Lawrence this week. Oh, and they're playing Minnesota. So Mac Jones is going to be under pressure. This is one of the things that I look at, and the Vikings blitz quite a bit. That he's going to have a hard time. He's going to have to get that ball out fast. Maybe that would help Etienne if we knew that Etienne was going to play a lot. How about this? Jacksonville was in their game last week against Philadelphia in the fourth quarter. You know who the running back on the field was late?
Not him.
Not Etienne, not Tank Bigsby either. It was Dearness Johnson. So if you're starting a Jaguars running back, good luck.
Okay, because, dude, my by the way, this is just we're talking about my fantasy team here, but I'm hoping other people can relate. My reserve running backs are Josh Jacobs, Zamir White, Jordan Ford, and Zach Moss. And 3 of them are on buys, and Moss is hurt.
Zach Moss is on IR. I don't know why he's still on your team.
I don't because I'm stupid. So yeah, I might be. I'm praying for ATM, dude.
Can you maybe see if Tyjae Spears is on your waiver wire, Dave?
Tyjae Spears. This is in the old man league, so I can pretty much promise
they're all
you.
gone.
So
They've all been scooped up.
They're all gone. Let's see. Tyjae Spears is available.
There you go.
He's available.
You can't drop Moss because he's already played.
Oh, what? All right, I'm going to
find somebody else to drop. Pick up Tyjae Spears. He would be your emergency go-to. I'd start him over Etienne.
I'm going to drop. I think I'll drop Washington. I've got Washington's defense. I think I'll drop the Cowboy defense.
Fine. You're not using them. How many defenses do you have?
I have 2.
Okay.
6.
We need to find you another defense. I don't know if your man defense is that good either.
Jason, save me.
All right. Well, let's see if we can help some more out there. We've got some that are coming in on our chat line. Let's see, Dave. Kyler or Baker this week?
I've got Baker over Kyler as of now. That's another matchup that I need to review with Kyler, but he's very, very spotty this year, as anybody that has Kyler knows. Whereas Baker, without his wide receivers, Jason, the past couple of weeks, still at least 22 fantasy points in each game. I know he's taking on the Niners. It's a tough matchup for him. I kind of believe in Baker a little bit more.
Okay, here's a couple more. Sam Darnold or Brock Purdy?
Like them both a lot this week. I think they could both have very good games. Darnold 1 spot ahead of Purdy.
And then Otten or Kincaid?
Otten, top 3 fantasy tight end. The dude's been playing like a low-end number 1 wide receiver the past 2 weeks.
I thought Otten or Kincaid was a wide receiver for the University of Tennessee. Dave, one of the reasons I love you, one of the many reasons I do love you, and we go back a long way, and you've served our listeners well over the years, is that I know, how do I say this? I'm guessing our families are very similar in this aspect, and maybe I'm taking a leap, in that guilt is a real thing. And I always appreciate that you, like, when I go to start or sit a guy, here's my research. I look at whether or not the team they're playing has, like, the green ranking or the red ranking next to them, and then I pick the one with the green ranking. You're watching everything. You're talking to people. You're going over game film. You're looking at trends. You're crunching numbers. I know that I'm not telling you anything out of school here. You're going to have some really horrible calls in the future. But what I love about you is, A, you own them, and B, they're far from consistently bad. You're one of the best advice guys in the entire fantasy football world. I hate that you take it so personally, but that's also probably why you're really good at your job.
Well, maybe. I strive to be the best that I can. And, just like on this show, a focused, detail-oriented host who brings it every single day, comes through, and is wonderful and serves his community well, and that's Jason Ross. And
That's right.
Yes,
I knew that's where it was going, Dave. And I appreciate it. Now, where can people watch your? Where can people see you today, hear you, and get your advice?
We will be on CBS Sports Network. You can check your local listings. I think we might be at 9:30 your time today, but usually it's 10 a.m. out there in Cali. And then also on YouTube, search for Fantasy Football Today. We just got done recording part 2 of our week 10 starts sits. That's right. We break it up into 2 parts every single week. So you can hear my analysis along with the rest of the Fantasy Football Today crew. Not just this week, but every week on YouTube for free. Like and subscribe to the Fantasy Football Today podcast.
Oh, God, last thing. I have CD Lamb. What do I do?
Oh, crap.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, crap. There's your analysis.
That'll work.
How much time do I have, Dave?
Okay. I'm screwed. All right, look, we'll watch you, we'll read you, we'll listen, and we'll talk to you next week. Thank you, brother.
Think of Lamb as a number 2 receiver this week.
No, yeah, number 2 receiver. In more ways than one. Thank you.
Thanks, Dave.
Have a good week, guys. Dave Richard joining us. We'll take a break. Quick 30-second break, everybody, unlike the 20-minute breaks we've had in the past. Quick word about overhead, if you don't mind. I'd love to hear some more. And we'll get to 3 for Madness coming up next.
You never know what you might hear when listening to a Sacramento Kings game.
Out of Keegan, going for another triple. Man, is he feeling it. Keegan, can he do it? Yes, there's number 11, Keegan Murray. Keegan steps back. He just knocked down his 12th three-pointer, a Kings franchise record. He's got 45 points.
Never miss a moment of Sacramento Kings basketball with Sacktown Sports and the Sacktown Sports app.
All right, we're closing out another week, and this is a good time for me to tell you about someone that's still relatively new to our show, but not new to our community at all. They've been a reliable sponsor for us, but also in our community. The great work that Overhead Door Company of Sacramento has been doing and has been serving our area and counties surrounding Sacramento for over 70 years. So if you're looking to improve your home's value, do you know the greatest return on investment you can make right now is with a new garage door when you're making those improvements? So there's so many different styles to give your home that refresh you may need. You also may need a quick repair to an existing garage door. Well, Overhead Door Company of Sacramento, they're here for you. They're here to help out. And if you aren't quite sure what you want, check out their showroom. You don't even need an appointment. Just stop on by, get more information, meet the great people there, and find out what best suits you. Now, this could be obviously residential for your home, commercial as well. They'll take care of whatever your needs may be. You can call them at 916-421-3747. Check out their website. That's ohdsac.com. And while you're at it, mention me, Jason Ross, or Sacktown Sports, and you'll receive $100 off a brand new garage door paired with a new opener. So take this weekend, make this the weekend you check out and survey your house and see, like, look, what can they do for my home, your business, however you want to use the variety of products from Overhead Door Company of Sacramento. Overhead Door Company of Sacramento, the original overhead door. Always look for the red ribbon logo.
All guests come to you from the Folsom Lake Honda Hotline. Folsom Lake Honda, your one-stop Honda shop.
3 questions, 3 answers. It's 3 for Madness on the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
Here's question 1.
You know, Mike on the chat is an interesting question. He says, Dave, we talk Kings all day long here, multiple shows. Why do we not have a chat for when the Kings games are playing? And I know the first answer is, well, because we're broadcasting the games, it's not a YouTube thing, so we don't have, we don't have a chat going for that. But now I'm thinking, like, Chris, there's always great stuff to do on the air here when I don't know what I'm talking about, which is common. Could we conceivably broadcast the audio of the Kings games through a YouTube StreamYard and just have a logo and the audio coming through if people wanted to watch the audio, and then that would allow the chat room to be open for people to talk about it?
I want to say that sounds illegal.
Wow. Because
broadcasting rights.
Yeah.
Do they still have that with audio where you can't listen?
Yeah. You have to be in a certain area.
Oh, that's dumb.
That was a big point of contention in the radio version of the broadcast.
Because in all reality, at this point in day and age, it should be everywhere.
That was our whole point. Like, that was a big part of our conversation. Look, you can watch the Kings in pick a country, anywhere. You can. Why would we not? Why would the NBA not want their product everywhere?
And what was the answer you got?
Well, because there was not a great answer from the league, which,
I don't know. Maybe there's. We'll.
Do you know what it feels like? It feels like that rule in England about how you can't watch games at a certain time over there.
Yeah.
To force people to go to the games. That's what it feels like.
So I guess
feels like an outdated type of thinking that just doesn't. It shouldn't.
It feels
be
like
around anymore.
Yeah, it feels like they've put a lot of their boundaries and parameters or lifted them on television.
Right, but not
Do it
radio,
everywhere.
which
Right.
of course everybody listens.
Yeah, but just give yourself a chance to have everybody listen.
I guess the only thing I could think would be we could run a StreamYard with no audio or video, just a
Or
logo.
like maybe set up a Discord or something like that.
Yeah. I mean, I'm sitting here, I'm going, well, I could set up a stream at my house while I'm watching where we could just chat, but I don't want to compete with our own, why would I do that? I want to compete with, I don't want people coming and watching me so that are, chatting and then they don't listen to us.
We do it, but the people have to promise to be listening to the radio.
Right. Whoa, wait a minute. I guess here's the question, then we'll move on air show meeting. Could we do it and geofence it? Could we geofence? Who could? I guess that's a YouTube thing, huh?
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry, Mike. We'll
these are all Frankie questions that you're asking.
These are all Frankie questions. And we have Brendan on today. He's not going to know.
Maybe Frankie would bring the boom.
We bring the boom. That's what we do. 3 for Madness. Question 1, please.
How much different will Sacramento look in 2027 as opposed to 2012?
Well, in 2012, you had Arco Arena. You had Rayleigh Field or whatever, Sutter Rayleigh Park Home Health, and you had the Kings leaving, which Arco Arena land would have, been probably what it is now still or something, hospital, a zoo, I don't know, apartments. That was the future, was basically the minor league ballpark in West Sacramento. So I guess the question is Sacramento, so screw the minor league ballpark in Sacramento. Now you have Golden One Centers.
And where were the Republic in 12?
Cal Expo.
They already were there?
They did you're talking about like Hughes Stadium?
Yeah.
Yeah, so they did, that was in the very beginning.
It was like the first quarter of the first
year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But when was I'm trying to remember the
12 years ago. Oh, I see what you're saying.
2012.
Yeah, 2012. Yeah.
Okay. That's what I thought.
So
anyway.
You would have I mean, and Cal Expo is not even a stadium, it's a field that they watch soccer at, once a week in the summer. You would have none of that. You would still have probably the Macy's downtown and whatever the hell else that was. I was down there all day yesterday, and I don't go downtown a lot, and it's still anytime I'm around Golden One Center, Doco, Sac Republic headquarters moved, so they're right across from. I mean, literally, you walk across the street from the Sawyer, and there they are. So you have like this whole sports area there. Now we're going to add in not one but 2 venues at the Railyards, which is just a blight on they call it the front porch of Sacramento. And it's just a blight on the whole thing, just as open land in the middle of everything. So now it's the skyline's going to spread. And then, oh, by the way, Sac State's going to have a stadium, a nice brand new football stadium. It's going to be night and day. It's going to be absolutely night and day. And when we took the RV trip and we were doing the documentary, and I brought this up before, I will never forget it, Jason. We were in Oklahoma City, which had taken the Seattle Sonics from Seattle. We talked to the mayor there, Mick Cornett, who is a dynamic dude, man. And one of the things he said to me in the middle of this trip, and it never left my head, you cannot be a suburb of nothing. The energy of the surrounding communities is predicated by the feeder energy produced by the city core. And he said it that verbatim like that, and I don't know why, it just hit me. And it's right, the downtown core is the battery pack for the rest of the community. And we just keep adding to that battery pack, and I don't see it stopping, man. This is a great place to live.
Yeah, and I think, I don't know if we'll see this or when we'll see this, but I know it's been talked about before. When this is further down the line and not in any projects that I know of, but I've always felt like there could be that Riverwalk spot too between West Sac and Old Sac there, and I just think that's got sort of potential. And like at a time, you're like, oh, that'll never happen. Well, did people see this all happening and coming together? And there's been so much growth downtown. And I know I've said this before, and we talked about it when we were talking about the Kings staying and moving downtown. I'm like, that's going to be pretty cool. It's even better.
It really is.
It's so much better. The arena's held up. It's beautiful still. And it's exciting. This is all great stuff for Sacramento.
You and I have talked about a Riverwalk for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
So it's funny. Came up yesterday because you had state senators and mayors and future mayors and people that know things. So I asked, came up in a conversation. You know, one of the main things preventing us from getting a Riverwalk is, unlike in San Antonio, the speed of the currents in the rivers is faster than in San Antonio. So to build and maintain it due to erosion and blah, 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 it takes more like foundationing, and now I don't know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Right. But they said that there are programs, federal programs that may be able to subsidize some of it to make it work. It's workable.
Yeah.
It's just, it's not apples to apples with the Riverwalk and saying, I didn't know that. But I agree with you, man. Having a sports district with a Riverwalk, forget about it. Number 2, please.
Question 2.
Would you be okay if the Republic ever went to MLS?
I should have said never. I wrote that question. Sorry, that's my fault. Would you be okay if Republic never went MLS? Yes. Don't get me wrong. I think, look, MLS is the biggest league in the country for soccer. World Cup's coming up. Soccer's going to have their explosion again as they did the last time it was here. That's just going to happen. But the price to get in MLS has gone from, back when Sacramento was in, I think it was 150 or 200 million. I want to say San Diego just paid 500-600 million. That's just the expansion fee. That's not the stadium. When it's all said and done, you're looking at somewhere around $1 billion, $1.2 billion for an MLS team, expansion fee plus stadium and all the costs. So it's incredibly expensive right now, and they don't have a lot of other room to expand either. A lot of their income over the last decade has been expansion fees.
That's, I would say, is most of it.
I would agree with you. They just signed this crap deal with Apple, 10 years, so they screwed themselves on a revenue, especially with the World Cup coming up. I do not like the MLS business structure. I don't like the fact that they don't have promotion relegation. If you're asking me, would I rather the team be MLS or no right now, I would say yes. But I know this sounds silly and I know it sounds naive. I truly believe the guy who's the president of Huddersfield Town, Jake Edwards, I've gotten to know really well. He was the commissioner of the USL before he got that job. So he helped build the whole league. They're trying to get to a point where they do have promotion and relegation. They already have the USL Championship and then the first division. They're setting it up. I actually truly believe if USL adopts a 3-4 tiered system and they're able to institute promotion and relegation, it's going to take the country by storm, and it might actually be the better bet looking 10, 15 years from now, because MLS has cornered themselves. The owners will never approve promotion relegation, and I think you need that in order to truly build a team where, hey, we're Orangevale.
Yeah.
And someday we could be in the top of the pops here. So I'm okay with it. I'm fine with it. Of course, if MLS came knocking, I'd love it too.
Yeah, isn't it interesting that there's 3 entities that are almost in the same spot here now? So we say River Cats, we're going to have the A's, so you have a jump up. Mm-hmm. Sacramento State's talking about Mountain West Pac-12.
That's right.
They could potentially jump up, and the Republic could potentially jump up. I think what they've all got right now is really, really good. But
yes,
the excitement of a new stadium for a couple of these things and just the potential to move up, I think probably excites more people. But also, if it doesn't happen, as long as you get the upgrades,
that's right.
I'm good. I'm good with anything like you said before. Like that really just helps the city.
That's
right?
exactly right.
And I think they all the roads can.
Yes.
So I'm good. I mean, it's great.
Don't be afraid to grow, Sacramento.
Yeah.
We'll take a break. 3 for Madness was 2 for Madness because we went too long. We'll take a break when we come back. Kings host the Clippers tonight. We'll take our first look at this matchup on a Friday night game. I love those. We'll do it next.
Question 3.
You know how it goes down, man. Sacktown Sports 1140 has you covered all year. Listen to every Sacramento Kings game and stay up to date on all Kings news on SacktownSports.com. Or listen to our live and local shows.
The Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross, Stiles and Watkins, and the Drive Guys.
We are your home of the Sacramento Kings. Sacktown Sports 1140.
Black Friday is on its way at Fasteners Inc. Tool Outlet, and there's no better place to shop for all your power tools. Low price Makita Bear tools starting at $89, Makita batteries starting at just $49, and many more of the year's hottest deals. November 25th through December 2nd. That's right, one whole week of crazy deals on power tools. So don't forget, our Black Friday sale will be November 25th through December 2nd. Check us out at 6701 Power Inn Road or online at fastenersinc.net.
Model Year End pricing is back at Folsom Lake Honda, your one-stop Honda shop.
During the Model Year End event, lower interest rates at Folsom Lake Honda make lower payments. It's no wonder why Folsom Lake Honda is your one-stop Honda shop. Come in today or check out our entire inventory online at folsomlakehonda.com.
Get an instant cash offer for your trade at folsomlakehonda.com. We'll buy your car whether you buy from us or not. Folsom Lake Honda is your one-stop Honda shop.
Folsom Lake Honda.
Go to folsomlakehonda.com.
Your one-stop Honda shop.
Hi, I'm Justin Gingery from the law firm of Gingery, Hammer & Associates. When you have been injured by the fault of another, you will want advice you can trust. If you know an attorney you can trust, I hope you call that person. But if you don't, please call me. I promise I will be the attorney you can trust, along with my entire team. I have been helping accident survivors recover compensation for their injuries for 25 years, and we can help you. There is no charge for calling. If you have an injury, just call Ginger.
It's Capital Casino, Sacramento's #1 poker room. And guess what? Primetime football is back. Capital Casino is giving away $500 per game in high hand bonuses for every Sunday, Monday, and Thursday night primetime game. As always, offering the best food, the best service, and the best action with the most variety of games in the region, conveniently located in downtown Sacramento. So check them out, Capital Casino, and always remember to gamble responsibly. 1-800-GAMBLER.
The year was 1948. The Sacramento Symphony was founded. Harry Truman was president. Jerry Mathers from Leave It to Beaver was born. And Walter Keyes opened his first Naturewood home furnishing store 76 years ago on 25th and Broadway. Hi, I'm Frank LaRosa with Golf to Go. All those many years ago, the Keyes family promised integrity and quality in serving families just like yours and mine. Near as I can tell, Walter would have been pretty proud to know that those same values are evident today at Naturewood Home Furnishings. The Naturewood team takes great pride and significant effort to offer Northern California families a vast selection of home furnishings. Furnishings that not only last for generations, but also lead to everlasting memories of cherished times. Visit Naturewood Home Furnishings now during their Veterans Day Save the Tax sale and get started making your own brand of memories. The Keyes family would love to hear them. Naturewood Home Furnishings off Highway 50 at Hazel. Look for the water wheel.
The only place in the morning to get your sports fix.
Live and local.
The Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
Oh, Jason, you had to bring that up. Sad day yesterday.
Pour one out.
Pour one out for Ray Gunn, who will not be competing anymore in the breakdancing. It's a sad day.
Oh, crap.
I still break, but
Yeah.
I don't compete.
You
I'm
won't
not going to
compete again.
compete anymore. No. I was going to keep competing for sure, but that seems really difficult thing for me to do now to approach a battle. I still dance and I still break, but that's like in my living room with my partner.
Sorry. I didn't expect to laugh.
Can we hear it again?
I didn't expect to laugh.
Oh, crap.
Oh, let me see here.
Right about there.
Okay.
In my living room with my
Is that real? It is real, but
room with my partner.
I feel bad. No, you know what? No. She's already been so made fun of. I feel like we're falling into that trap. She's literally how bad are we? She's literally saying she's retiring from breakdancing because of all the online abuse, and then we're making fun of her laugh online.
Hopefully we could get her to stop laughing too.
Make her go back to breaking.
Did you guys ever see the clip of I don't know what show it was, but
this show decided to
play this, I'm done.
Somewhere foreignly, not here.
Foreignly.
Where it was in America. Okay. They're not speaking American.
Yeah.
So they had this, they sat out a bunch of people with weird laughs next to each other. And the results were just
feel like it's fake. So good.
The results were the best thing in the history of the world.
ידעתי. עכשיו, שנייה. זה אמיתי, רבותיי, זה הצחוק של האיש. לא, שנייה.
The best one hasn't happened yet.
Wow.
Okay, all right.
That wasn't cool, guys.
Why?
Playing the sound of seals being murdered and acting like it's people laughing, that's not cool.
I think why Chris doesn't like it is he has competition.
Oh my God! Seriously, if you had like Chris and Sean Cunningham and a bunch of the most.
They're the one seeds we know. But they may have. Sorry, guys.
I honestly feel kind of bad for those people because, like, imagine you're like a nice, good-looking, normal, whatever. Like, imagine your dating life. Like, you're just hanging out, everything's great, and then you go to a comedy, and whoever you're dating looks at you like, oh, I got to go get some popcorn and never return. We should just honestly save that video. And anytime any of us are in a bad mood,
yes,
or something sad happens, like he passed away at 93, he lived a good life. The best part was when your mic was,
and you can hear it.
Yes,
it's Friday, guys. What do you want? Relax, everyone.
What John said on the chat.
What did John?
I can't.
John is inquiring as to the programming currently. Welcome back, everybody. Kings play the. Thank you, Chris. At some point, you should honestly, if you can, someday just cue up the. Kings play the Clippers tonight. No Paul George.
No, he's not there.
No Kawhi. Kawhi. Shout out Jody Bacon. No Kawhi Leonard.
No Russell.
No Russell.
Rocking the baby.
Russell, the basketball muscle. Not playing. Yeah.
Is Ballmer playing?
I mean, I do wonder if he'll be
Get
here.
On your feet.
He's a halftime show.
Yeah.
Yeah. So a game they should win.
You're going with should. Okay.
A game they should.
Okay.
Yes. The Sacramento Kings should beat the Los Angeles Clippers.
Why? Why should they beat them?
Because they are a better team, top to bottom.
Okay.
They are, in my opinion, they are a better team top to bottom. First off, any team that's led by James Harden should not win a ball game ever. Secondly, I don't hate the way this team is built, honestly, outside of James Harden. This is a team that's filled with guys that they do their jobs very, very well. Don't be fooled. This is a well-coached team with a roster that knows what their role is. Yeah. When you look at their starting lineup, besides Harden, you have Norman Powell, Florida State's Terrence Mann, thank you, Derek Jones Jr., and Ivica Zubac.
Yeah.
None of those guys are even in the vicinity of being a star. All of those guys help a basketball team win.
Yeah, and I would say just in past trends, I would say Zubac kind of is in that small company that has bothered Sabonis
Jonas Valanciunas All-Stars. Yep. Yes, you're right.
Yeah. So, again, on his own, like you said, he can have a 20 and 12 night. He definitely can. But it's more of what he has done in the past a little bit, I would say, to bother Sabonis. The length on the perimeter defensively and Batum maybe and Derek Jones. I could see those guys doing some things on Keegan and or Fox and or DeRozan. So, I know what you mean by I think on maybe just current record, which is so early 5-3 versus 4-4. But I do think the Kings have a better roster. But I can see like when you go to the matchup part of it, you're like, I think this one could be pretty tough tonight.
I will tell you the sneaky, the Trojan horse of this team. The guy who actually might be, I don't know, I don't like making sweeping, outlandish statements unless it's for fun. But honestly, on any list of most underrated players in the NBA, Norman Powell has to be on it.
Yeah.
I honest to God.
UCLA's Norman
Powell, excuse me. He's 30. Yeah, I think he's 30, 31. He's averaging 25 points a game this year.
I didn't know that.
And Jason, let me bring up let me give you his last few games, dude. 26, 23, 24, 23, 30, 20, 37.
Wow.
Now, this is a guy that averages 12.5 points a game for his career. But 3 years ago, that was in 5. I was like, 3 years ago, he averaged 21.4. That was in 5 games. 25 points on 53% shooting, 48.5 from the field. Doesn't do a ton of other stuff. He gets you 1.5 steals a game, but he's 6'4". I expect that's going to be the matchup is Fox and Norman. I expect it'll be Fox and Norman Powell. And then I guess that leaves Herter on Harden. I could be wrong. Maybe it's Herter on Norman Powell. I don't know. But if I'm looking at tonight's game and if the Kings lose, it's because of Norman Powell.
Yeah.
That's the guy you can't forget about. So they should win this game. But to your point, you do have Zubac there who let's just be honest, dude. Domantas Sabonis historically has trouble with European or international centers, I should say. He just does.
Yeah.
If you look at every international, whether it's Valanciunas, whether it's Zubac, I think he plays pretty well against Vucevic, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, and Jokic.
And Jokic, which is real. Yeah, that's true. That's where he's going to have some issues. The Kings tonight, 7 p.m., right here on Sacktown Sports, before we go to break, let's play our game.
Oh.
The Sacramento Kings host the Clippers. Who is favored? And by how much? I think Chris goes first.
Sure.
Is that right?
I am going to say the Kings by 3.5.
That was my number.
You can stick with it.
I'll go up 1, 4.5. I may be wrong on that, but I'm gonna go 4.5.
The Sacramento Kings are favored tonight. You are both correct. Your instincts were correct. The Sacramento Kings are favored by 6.5 points tonight.
Okay.
Versus the Clip Show.
Wow.
We'll take a break. When we come back, 4 down territory locks and upsets as we look ahead to the football week before we get to Brendan Nunez, Sacktown Sports Kings Insider at 8 a.m. Don't forget, the mayor's coming on. Greg Papa's coming on. Big, fat, hairy second half of the show for you. It starts next.
Sacktown Sports on YouTube and watch the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross, Stiles and Watkins, and the Drive Guys. Live Monday through Friday from 6 to 6. Plus view archive shows and exclusive content.
Subscribe at youtube.com/Sacktown Sports.
Hey everybody, it's your boy Kyle Draper. Drapes for Mercedes-Benz of Stockton. Now is the time to buy or lease a Mercedes-Benz van for sale. They have Sprinter vans. You could turn it into a worker cargo van, a worker passenger van, or just a plain old passenger van. They are fully customizable. And one of the things I love about their Sprinter vans, because trust me, I had a chance to check them out myself. I hopped in the Sprinter van, and you guys know I'm a big guy, right? Well, I was able to stand up head to toe and fit perfectly. So if you're interested in the Mercedes-Benz Sprinter van for your business or just your personal needs, now is the time to head down to Mercedes-Benz of Stockton. They can help you find the configuration that best suits your needs. Plus, you can take advantage of the huge tax breaks before year's end. Take the short drive down I-5 or go online anytime at mbofstockton.com. That's mbofstockton.com, and tell them your boy Drape sent you.
Welcome back to another exciting game day. Grab your rally towels, throw on your jerseys, cheer, shout, and save on your gas. That's right, sports fans win big on home game days. Score instant savings of 25 cents per gallon on Shell V-Power Nitro Plus Premium Gasoline with the Fuel Rewards program. And that's a victory for you and your tailgate team. Download the app, join the Fuel Rewards program today, and game on. Restrictions apply. Limited time. At participating Shell stations. For more details, visit fuelrewards.com.
Facts are facts, and the facts show that for eliminating hip, knee, back, leg, and foot pain, it's the Good Feet personalized arch support system, clinically proven to provide significant pain relief in only 4 weeks. Good Feet arch supports are designed to help put your feet and whole body back in pain-relieved proper alignment. Good Feet arch supports are HSA and FSA eligible. Book your free fitting at Good Feet in Sacramento, Roseville, and Vacaville.
It's football season, and Uber Eats is dropping undefeated deals on all your game day favorites. This week, score buy one, get one free Crunchwrap Supremes from Taco Bell, only on Uber Eats. Craving even more? We've got you covered with game day deals on pizza, burgers, wings, and more all season long. Uber Eats, official on-demand food delivery partner of the NFL.
Order Taco Bell for game day now through November 17, 2024. Second item of equal or lesser value. Terms apply. See app for details.
Get in zone, AutoZone.
Welcome to AutoZone. What are you working on today? Getting ready for more rain and longer nights? We've got you. Right now, you can earn up to $25 in bonus rewards when you buy 2 Sylvania Silver Star Ultra bulbs and 2 Rain-X Quantum Elite wiper blades. More rewards and better visibility at America's #1 lighting destination, AutoZone.
Get in zone, AutoZone.
Offer valid for AutoZone Rewards members. Restrictions apply.
Whitey here reminding you that not all grills are created equal. Give your family a real treat. Bring out all the flavors of the upcoming holidays with the amazing Napoleon Prestige line of outdoor cookers. Napoleon grills have features other grills can't match. They're built different, built better, built to last, complete with a lifetime warranty. All made with premium steel that boasts absolute quality. Just because it's November does not mean we can't barbecue outside. Visit California Backyard now for your best selection of grills and Napoleon Grills accessories.
Hello, Sacramento. I'm Emran Pilati, owner of True Sports Cards and Collectible Store here in Rockland, California, and the host of the True Sports Cards Show that airs right here on Sacktown Sports 1140 every Saturday from 10 to 11 a.m., where we discuss the latest trends, hottest products, and deliver exclusive interviews with other industry leaders. And don't forget to visit our shop, True Sports Cards, at 6661 Stanford Ranch Road in Rockland and see what we have for all your sports card and memorabilia needs.
Carmichael Dave.
He has very good sources, and he just kind of tells it as it is and gets to the point.
Jason Ross.
He has a lot of pretty smart things to say. He's good at what he does.
On Sacktown Sports.
All right, let's take a quick on-air poll before we get to 4-down territory. Chris Rillard, Jason Ross. Today is November 8th.
Yes. That's fact.
Did you get your coverage set?
I was just going to ask. I know you did. Guarantee it.
What?
Your coverage. Your health coverage. Today's the deadline for us. You did. You did it probably like a month ago.
No.
Because they've been very good here.
I did it like 3 days ago.
Oh, you did? They've been really good at like seminars and like for months now.
Yeah, because we have it's not a rollover situation.
Not a rollover. You have to pick it or it stops.
Yeah.
You have to. Yeah, right.
So did you do it?
So my wife just reminded me to do it. She said, thank God she set an alarm. I'm the guy that's going to wait till the last day and then just read through a bunch of stuff. I just want the same. What is that?
That's me doing it right now.
Both of you.
Yeah. I want the option where can I just have the one I had last year?
If you know which one you had last year, I can tell you which one to do.
I had, what was it? United Healthcare?
Yeah, but no, it's still that.
Oh, like the Delta 5.
Did you go with 70, Jason?
Yeah.
I'm feeling that's what I'm going with.
Yeah, which is the same as.
It's kind of in the middle.
Okay.
Yeah. Yes.
It's not like the most covered, but it's also not like the least on you.
Right.
Yeah.
It's not the premium. It's if you had for our old one, I know this is on air, but Deseret Value.
Yeah.
Deseret Value.
I think that's one I had.
Then 70.
70?
Okay. Not the what's the other one?
90?
No, there's the two,
and then there's like
90.
the saving account.
Yeah,
one.
not that one.
No, I don't want the saving account.
Then there you
one.
go.
That
Then
sounds
do
weird. 70.
But what it can make money for you.
What option did you guys take? 1-800-912-1140. All right. Yeah, Justin in the chat says, thankful I work for the state. Great benefits. Yeah.
So lucky.
Same.
And he probably works from home and goes into the office once a week and works like 2 hours a day and plays video games. No, I'm not saying that because it's Justin. I'm saying
he gets Monday off.
I have a bunch of state. Yeah, well, so do we. By the way, we will not be here Monday. We'll return Tuesday. As
You
we
sure about that?
Honor our veterans for well, of course we wouldn't be working on Veterans Day. Who would do that? So we'll be off Monday. We'll be back Tuesday as we honor those who served our country, and we'll see you Tuesday.
I could see nothing more better to serve our country than to work.
You know what? When you got a good point, you have a good point. What better way to honor those that fought for our ability to work and be free than you changed my mind. You guys want I'll come in if you guys do.
I'm coming.
You gonna do
Hello.
We'll do that. Just have a floating holiday.
When did you guys realize that we had to come in?
Dude, like yesterday, man. Yesterday. Everybody else gets it off.
I think I looked
We get President's Day
the
off.
school my mom works at isn't closed.
No, really? Because my wife, who works in a different district, and my kids get Monday off.
I think I looked when I looked at when we had Labor. What was our last holiday?
Labor Day.
When's our next? I go, oh, not till Thanksgiving.
Right. How do we get President's Day off and not Veterans Day off? How is that possible? Veterans Day, I mean, look, no offense, presidents. Veterans Day greater than President's Day. I would swap it.
But some presidents are veterans.
I get that.
I think we should get both.
Well,
we need to have an England, like, you know what? Bank holiday. Everybody gets it off because the bank doesn't want to go to work.
That's exactly what they call them, is bank holidays. And it's like, oh, today's the day where Guy Fieri stormed the castle in 1521.
Nailed it.
And you get it off.
Is
The
there
one with the
Flavor
mask.
Town.
Flavor Town.
Guy Fieri Day.
What's his name? It's Guy something.
Fox.
Yeah, that one too.
And it was Parliament.
What
kids? Big Ben. Parliament.
Big Ben, Parliament, day off.
Mm-hmm.
Have some tea. All right, 4 down territory right now. This is stupid. It's just, come on. Like, if only we had somebody on the show that was in management. Hey, real question. If here, this is a real question. Then we'll do this.
I don't think I want to answer any.
No, I want
questions.
you to. If we took Monday off, would anyone notice?
No.
Well, our great listeners.
Our bosses would.
Well, that's what I'm saying. What our bosses notice? I don't think they would.
Yeah, that's true.
That's who I was thinking of. I don't.
If
think
I was still
actually, I would almost think our bosses would be like, "Wait, we don't get that."
All right. Just be like, well, we just assumed we got it off.
If I was still in management,
Yeah?
next week off.
Come on. I am the second longest tenured person here. I hereby promote you.
I did not get enough votes.
We already have an assistant program director. That's Chris Rollo.
Yeah, but not consecutively.
We have a program director.
Yeah.
I am appointing you assistant to the regional manager. You do what you want now.
Okay.
All right, Jason says we got it off. Question 1, first down, whatever.
What is your lock of the week?
Lock it up.
In the
Ravens
NFL.
over the Bengals.
Ooh, sure.
Yeah, probably. There's some trap games in here. Like I want
It's a
to.
trap.
I may go back to Chiefs Broncos, but that just feels trappy. That's AFC West. This is right around the time of the year the Chiefs should lose. Yeah. You know what? I'll go. I don't like this because it's a divisional game and it's a road game and it's a rivalry game. Give me the Eagles over the Cowboys. The Eagles are doing well right now. Cooper Rush is not Dak Prescott, and the Cowboys' record without Dak Prescott over the years is not great. CeeDee Lamb is hurting right now, which of course means the Cowboys are going to win. But I'll take the Eagles as my lock. My lock.
I'm going to go to Monday night. The Rams at home against the Dolphins.
Hey.
Yeah, I've been been Team Ram all year, thinking they could be a dangerous team, and they're getting guys healthy, looking better.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah, so give me the Rams. It's my lock.
Second down.
What is your upset of the week in the NFL?
We've been doing the show this long. We've been doing the segment this long. It's very, you don't hear this that often. I'm about to do something that has never been done in the history of 4-down territory. You ready?
Mm-hmm.
My upset of the week. The Cowboys over the Eagles. And let me tell you why. How many times this year have we seen it? We saw it with Andy Dalton and the Raiders. We saw it. Wasn't it just last week a quarterback took over and they won? No, it was Jameis Winston for Deshaun Watson. How many times this year, well, maybe just 2, have we seen a quarterback take over and it completely changes the whole dynamic for at least a week? It's a rivalry game. It's in Dallas. Everybody's pissed off around the Cowboys. They love nothing. They're not going to make the playoffs. They're not going to win the Super Bowl, but these are their Super Bowls. I think Dallas is going to be fired up. I think the crowd is going to be fired up, as they always are for these games. And I think the Cowboys upset the Eagles this weekend.
Okay, you're going to be right.
I will, in fact, 100% be right.
Yes. I'm going to take a team's getting a lot of hype right now, and another one's been around for a long time. They're always good. People kind of underappreciate them sometimes. Steelers over the Commanders in D.C. Commanders favored by 2.5. I'll take Pittsburgh in that one as my upset of the week.
Third down, please. That's a good upset.
What NFL game would you most like to attend this week?
Oh, boy. No.
Come on.
No.
Is there one, Chris?
You want me to go to England?
There's not a game in England.
I thought there was.
Germany.
Munchen.
Oh, that's the one I least want to go to.
Giants, Panthers?
You know what? Let me tell you something, guys. I've experienced it. Munich, trash.
You're literally the only person I've ever heard say that.
Sucks. Well, let me put it this way. I don't drink beer. Does that change your mind at all? Because that's basically what you do. We looked at the statues and stuff, and what it's overcrowded. There's lines everywhere. People are spilling out on the streets. Yeah, you can hang out and drink beer. You know what? I can hang out and drink beer at home. And I got to go all the way to Munchen. No Thunchen. Not doing it. I'm just going to go with the old standby of places I want to go to.
Yeah.
Give me Falcons Saints. Once again, let me go to New Orleans.
You know what's funny? There's 2 good rivalry games this week.
Yeah.
The Eagles, Cowboys, and the Falcons, Saints. Those 2 teams
they don't like each other.
They hate each other.
They really hate each other.
I only know it from going down. I'm like, wow, what's the... Oh, no, we hate the Falcons. I mean, they hate them. So, yeah, I'm going with you. I'm going to New Orleans.
Here's the thing. Number 1, if you do Cowboys-Eagles, you're surrounded by Cowboy fans.
Yeah.
Number 2, when the game's over, you're in Dallas.
Right. We're going to New Orleans.
We're going to New Orleans.
Yeah, we're hanging out.
I'm done. I'm going over to Dookie Chase.
That's right.
Yep. Fourth
you
down.
Get it.
I do get it.
Mm-hmm.
Which college game would you most like to attend this week?
What an idiot. He said NFL at first. Once again, I'm going to go with what I think is going to have the most college football-y feel, I should say. Once upon a time, it was going to be South Bend, Indiana for Florida State, Notre Dame. No, thank you. Give me the nice crispy brown leaves, a little bit of a Midwest flavor. How about number 8 Indiana hosting the defending champion Michigan Wolverines, Memorial Stadium in Bloomington? That's going to be a nice atmosphere.
Okay. So we'll get back together in New Orleans Sunday when you come back.
Yes.
Because I'm just going to Louisiana because LSU at night, they host Alabama.
LSU at night is something.
Saturday night. Then we'll just drive over from Baton Rouge to the Superdome in New Orleans.
You can see that big LSU sign from the freeway driving by at night with all the lights. It really is college football. It's not a bad thing.
Yeah, Bama, LSU.
We'll go get there and get the ball there.
I will say whether it's Indiana, whether it's LSU for those big games, you could probably from Indiana feel the energy coming from Baton Rouge and just crossing that whole highway situation there. And I wonder how many of those folks feeling that energy have taken advantage of the $49 tune-up going on right now at American Energy Heating and Air. Hey, good morning, everybody. Carmichael Dave here. Telling you about my friends at American Energy. Normally that tune-up is $115, and with everything getting cheap, colder, not cheap. Well, it is getting cheaper. It's American Energy. Why not get that tune-up right now? Seriously, Your HVAC system, you know this is one of those things where you don't pay attention to it until something goes wrong. And when it goes wrong, it usually costs a lot of money. Let American Energy take care of you to make sure everything's safe, everything's good, everything's ready for that heater pumping out this winter. And then on top of that, if something's wrong, great. I mean, not great, but you want to deal with American Energy because they'll give you a break. Now, if your system's 10 years or older, the tune-up of the check is free. And odds are many of you have a system, most of you, if not dang near all of you, your system is 10 years old or longer. But if you need a repair, they'll give you $50 off your first recommended repair. And if, God forbid, you need a new furnace, half off the price of a new unit. There's a reason they've been in business since 1981. There's a reason they have an A+ rating with the Better Business Bureau. American Energy Heating and Air, 916-520-9990. That's 916-520-9990 or theaeway.com. Theaeway.com. Tell them Carmichael Dave Show. We'll take a break. When we come back, Brandon Nunes, Sacktown Sports Kings Insider, coming up next.
The only place you'll find Kevin Herter is Sacktown Sports.
Herter's open, steps into three. He's got the triple.
Hey, Sacramento, it's Kevin Herter, and you're listening to the home of the Sacramento Kings, Sacktown Sports.
Your local sports leader.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-583-5795. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS. Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start. Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems. We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau. You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com or call 800-583-5795. That's 800-583-5795. Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
Everywhere you look, things are getting more expensive. So at Consumer Cellular, we're lowering the price for those 50 and up. Now you can get unlimited talk, text, and data for $30 a line when you buy two. That's just $60 a month for 2 unlimited lines. So if you're 50 and up, make the switch and save. Come on, you've earned this. Call 1-888-FREEDOM or visit consumercellular.com today. Requires 2 lines of service, age validation, and credit approval, subject to system and area limits, taxes, and other fees apply.
No two people learn the exact same way. So how did Babbel become the award-winning language learning app? We thought of you, all of you. Take Sierra. As a visual learner, she uses Babbel's wordplay videos.
Today I'll share a quick lesson on shopping in French.
Merci beaucoup. Keith is a be in the room with real people kind of learner. So he loves the live online classes with our language experts.
Okay, class. Vos está pronto. Estamos prontos.
However you learn, Babbel makes it easy. Try Babbel for free at babbel.com, BABBEL.com.
When an overwhelmed injury victim calls Ashton or Price, we immediately remove their legal burden and introduce them to the very best medical care in the region. They focus on their health and we handle all the rest. When they reach the end of their medical journey and are reunited with happiness and hope, we unleash our decades of legal experience to obtain maximum compensation. We are real, local, experienced litigators and snappy dressers too. Consultation's free and there's never a fee until we win.
Remember, for the best advice, don't think twice. Call Ashton and Price.
All guests come to you from the Folsom Lake Honda hotline. Folsom Lake Honda, your one-stop Honda shop.
KHD1 Sacramento, KYMX HD3 Sacramento. From the Power Business Technology Toshiba Studios.
This is Sacktown Sports 1140.
The Carmichael Dave Show.
He's on the microphone when he's not on the microphone. He's playing a song, and when he's not playing a song, he's on the microphone, and then boom.
With Jason Ross.
No, he didn't. Yes, he did.
Call or text at 916-339-1140.
It's the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross on Sacktown Sports.
Hey, second half of the show, final show of the week. See you Tuesday? Nope. See you Monday. Carmichael Dave, Jason Ross. Chris Rillon. And joining us right now, the one, the only, the lovely, the talented, the Brendan and the Nunez, the insider, Sacramento Kings for Sacktown Sports. Good morning, Brendan.
Morning. How's it going, gentlemen?
Good. We were talking this morning. It has to be a part of your personality at this point that you have not one but two names that are probably fairly commonly mispronounced. And we talked about this. You're a Brendan, not a Brandon. You're a Nunez, not a Nunez. Which one gets more commonly mispronounced throughout your life?
I mean, I think just the fact that you hear your first name more, that one probably has to win out. But if we're talking percentage-wise of how often I hear it, I would probably say the last name is almost always messed up. I think if people pay close enough attention with the first name, there's enough times that is guessed correctly, and more so last name would be, it's Nunez instead of Nunez because it's Portuguese and not Spanish. So if somebody has a Portuguese background, they are more likely to get it correct. So long-winded way of saying both, and I would say worse odds on the last name.
Okay, you don't have to say it if you don't want to, but do you have a middle name that also is tricky?
Yeah.
No, pretty basic. Anthony. That's the simplest one there.
Anthony.
Yeah, Anthony. Aaron.
Right.
Well, yeah, because Nunez doesn't have the Enye, which is not what you call it, above the second end. But people will still probably say Nunez. Last question, because I think people want to hear Kings. I don't know. Do you correct people? Or do you just go, whatever?
I do not correct people. I think I'm actually guilty of letting people just say it however they want for way too long, and then eventually getting hit with, why did you never tell me? And I'm like, I don't know. It's close enough. I've always thought if you just say something that starts with a B that, it's been close enough to my name, looking in my direction, then you're probably talking to me.
So when you say, I can now say, what do Brendan Nunez, Chrissy Teigen, and Ariana Grande have in common? They have all three allowed the world to mispronounce their names. And recently, Chrissy Teigen said the pronunciation she grew up with is actually Teigen. Ariana Grande, same thing, said it's Ariana Grande. But they just didn't want to correct it, and now it's in the zeitgeist. So congratulations on being not just an insider, but also a pop star.
Sure, I'll take it. I didn't realize that was the qualification that I was overlooking that I had met. But I'm here.
Well, what we're going to see tonight is we're going to see Domantas Sabonis take on the Clippers. Here's a guy that all he's done this week is have a game-winning putback shot against the Heat, and then the first ever perfect triple-double in the history of the NBA. And I think the main national narrative was, how does this affect LeBron's legacy? I've never seen a guy get the least amount of press for the most amount of play. The best part is he doesn't care.
I agree. There's a game winner in here as well, and it's not as flashy as some game winners. I think obviously that's a trend in how Domas, however we're going to call him today, goes about his style of game. But like that offensive rebound he had against Miami and the touch to be able to put it back with that push shot, that's not an easy shot in the slightest. Just casually having a 20 rebound game mixed in here, and he's got 7 double-doubles on the year, 3 triple-doubles in these 8 wins. You're seeing him. He seems like to be the one that is potentially having the biggest adjustment or changes to his game to optimize the new fit along DeMar DeRozan, shooting more threes this year, already have a handful of games with at least 3 or more attempts in here as well. So, just the classic doing whatever the team needs to win. And I think sometimes it's just the cliche. It's not as flashy and doesn't look as great on highlight reels when it comes down to it.
Brendan, another guy that's kind of doing whatever it takes to help the team win. He got a lot of attention, I think, for that post game was Keegan Murray. Coach Brown gave him a lot of love. He's been asked to cover any position, really, all the way down the line. He's rebounding better. He's got 4 double-doubles already. Continues to score at enough of effective rate. He's not getting the same kind of love either, but what do you think of what Keegan's role has been while all these other guys still have been able to flourish between Fox, Sabonis, and DeRozan?
Yeah, I would say the biggest thing for Keegan, and Mike Brown talked about this after their last win, is that he's just constantly asked to do new things, and it seems like he picks it up quickly and does it no questions asked. Offensive rebounding was really emphasized coming into the year. That was really the only staple that they added / altered out of their 5 offensive staples this year, was crashing the offensive glass. And we know that Domantas Sabonis, he's just the best rebounder in the league probably, and already was there. But Keegan's the only one, I don't know about you guys, where I've really felt that change, crashing from, looks like the corners are part of their crash zones, and he's got the size, he's got the length, and now I think developed even more strength to go along with it, where he can crash those boards, make an impact. So, making a difference there. And then there's going to be games where you put him on Anthony Edwards, and then the next game he's on LeBron James. Tonight, I heard you guys talking about Norman Powell earlier, the role that he's had for this Clippers team with all their injuries. James Harden, obviously still one of the best scorers in the league. And the reality of this Kings team is that Keegan is your best option for both of those guys. And so that's a credit to him, but also says how much they need him on this roster, and his willingness to accept whatever altered role and then find a way to succeed in it, I think obviously leads to pretty good signs about how he could continue to develop his game moving forward.
Brendan Nunes, Sacramento Kings insider, Sacktown Sports, joining us. Brendan, I'm going to ask you the question that's kind of been on my mind all week. Obviously, Kings are on a nice little mini run here after stumbling out of the gate. And I look at DeMar DeRozan's performance, and he's been all but flawless, not just scoring, but really the catalyst to bringing this team from last to first right now in free throw percentage. He's actually playing better defense than a lot of us ever thought he could. He and De'Aaron Fox both just stealing balls like they're criminals. It's phenomenal. But I do wonder if when they start playing those better defenses, when they start playing a lot of those better teams, do you worry at all that the ball stickiness, for lack of a better term, with DeMar is going to take away from the classic Kings offense, this edition at least, where you're running it through Sabonis, the ball's moving around, there's tons of passes every game? Is that something you worry about biting them eventually, or am I overthinking it?
No, I think so. It's kind of basic, and some people will hate that this is where the NBA is at, but I even have the aspect of are they shooting enough threes to keep up with some of these teams? And I think part of the answer right now is that the threes just aren't going down at a great rate for the Kings. Yes, they are taking less, but they're also only making 32%, which would be 27th in the league. And I think we all know that they have more talent on this roster than somebody that I would expect to shoot 32% throughout the course of the whole season. So I think that would look a little bit better as those numbers even out over time, but it is somewhat the new reality of this team. Obviously, that's DeMar's bread and butter, is getting to that mid-range. De'Aaron is great at it. I think we're seeing Keegan take steps there. And so that's going to be somewhat of their new shot profile. But I also think they have enough guys where, if at some point DeMar is going to hit a couple of those throughout the game. I feel the same way for De'Aaron Fox. You're allowed, it's easier to survive a cold half from De'Aaron Fox when you got DeMar DeRozan sitting right there, and he could have a big stretch at any moment. When they played against that, I want to say it was the Raptors in Toronto, he scores all 8 of their overtime points and has a stretch of 3 possessions in a row where it feels like he's just doing whatever he wants, picking teams apart. So I do think that stylistically it's going to be a little bit slower. There are going to be some moments where it might be hard to keep up with a team that, Boston shoots 53s a game. Now, they're the extreme, but sometimes you're going to run into those nights, and that could make it hard to keep up. But I think that is the reality of what this team is dealing with here, and I would still expect those mid-ranges to be carefully picked enough that they're still going to go down at a good rate.
Brendan, on the shooting front, more surprising that the fact you just brought up that they're 27th in three-point shooting, or that they're first in free throw shooting?
The free throw shooting, I don't even know what to make of. All I know is I'm sure they are glad to not be asked about it the same way this year. And I almost feel guilty that, like, we were talking about it a bunch last year and now they're first. And I feel like it doesn't get talked about enough. But there's a line somewhere in between expected, allowed, misses that are going to happen on free throws. Like the Heat just did what the Kings did plenty of times last year. Lost a very narrow game because they missed free throws down the stretch and throughout the course of action. So I think that they were closer to this team already when it came to free throw shooting than the outlier performance I would call last season where they were dead last. But I mean, adding DeMar DeRozan definitely makes a big difference here. De'Aaron's knocking him down. Domas knocking him down. So I would say the three-point shooting probably a little bit more surprising than the free throws, but that's just because I thought last year I couldn't even make sense of it, to be honest.
I know it's a broken record question, but I do want to revisit it every once in a while. Do you think Keon Ellis should be starting for Kevin Huerter?
I do not. I don't think there's really a wrong answer between the two, but I do think that Kevin Huerter makes a lot of sense. The thing that I always highlight, and I feel like Mike Brown will bring up on his own a lot, is the pace that Huerter provides. And I think the spacing, I mean, we just talked about how their shot profile has changed a lot. It's not like Keon is a bad three-point shooter. I think he's a 40% three-point shooter for most of his career, a lot of that being in Stockton and OK Sample, obviously, with him starting last year. But he doesn't have as quick of a trigger as Kevin Huerter. Now, I think some people could think that's a positive, but I think that Kevin does a better job flattening out the defense. In the open court, he sprints to those corners. Like, you watch the way that he runs around in half-court offense. He is nonstop sprinting through his actions like he's Steph Curry. Now, that might be one of the few similarities that he has to Steph Curry, but I think that offensively there is a lot of benefit that Kevin Huerter brings to this group. And I also kind of think there's an aspect of just how do you optimize each one of these players. Now, maybe could it be a better unit with Keon Ellis out there? Maybe, but then are Kevin Huerter's total minutes being harmed because he looks better next to these starters? And you really only have 8 guys that seem to play on a nightly basis. So it might also have to do with just how do we put each one of these individual guys in the best spot where we can get the most production out of them.
That's Brendan Nunez.
Mm-hmm.
Brendan Nunez.
Yeah.
Sacramento Kings insider. And read him both on SacktownSports.com and also follow him on Twitter as well. Brendan, have fun at the match. Yeah. Have fun at the game tonight. We'll talk to you Monday, buddy, or next week. Thank you.
Sounds good, fellas. Appreciate it.
You short circuit there?
I don't know. Have fun at the match tonight. We'll take a break when we come back. All right, let's get into it. We'll preview it. Who's guarding who? And will Ivica Zubac be Ivica, the son of a Zubac, tonight versus the Sacramento Kings? We'll get to the mayor, Darrell Steinberg, coming up at 8:28. Greg Papa at 9, and so much more. Sit back, relax. It's Sacktown Sports.
Live and local.
With everything 49ers.
Intercepted by Fred Warner. Dives for the end zone. Touchdown! San Francisco! Lob ball. George went up and caught the ball. Touchdown!
The 49ers play on Sacktown Sports 1140.
I'm Bob Burke, founder and chairman of Burke America Parts Group, a family of brands that includes RepairClinic.com, an appliance and HVAC parts solution company that's grown into an international brand. Before AmericanEagle.com, we partially launched a new technology platform developed by another firm. American Eagle helped take our technology to a whole new level with digital marketing, software development, and business insights into our key markets, appliances, HVAC, and outdoor power equipment, and did so both on time and on budget. AmericanEagle.com has the resources, experience, and talent needed to produce solutions. Our new technology platform, developed by AmericanEagle.com, has produced tremendous results with higher traffic, conversion, engagement, and online revenue. If you have any home repairs you need to take care of, check us out at RepairClinic.com. If you need a world-class website or technology project, then I would highly recommend AmericanEagle.com.
Call AmericanEagle.com at 773-NETWORK. That's AmericanEagle.com, 773-NETWORK.
Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Rocks
Call or text at 916-339-1140
on Sacktown Sports.
Welcome back. Everyone just look in the mirror and say it. It feels good to be a gangster. It just does. I don't think that happens. A lot of gangsters aren't having that conversation. Let's see. Jake in the chat wants to know if Dave Justice is coming on next Wednesday. As a matter of fact, he'll be on at 8 a.m. for the Dave Justice Show.
Yep.
Brought to you by Ann Fong, because it's Justice, right?
Oh, yeah.
Something wrong, call it.
That's right.
But Tuesday, in studio 9:30, we will have the chairman, Jesus Tarango of the Wilton Rancheria tribe, and Kevin Nagel, both in studio with us. One there, you there, me here.
Will they stick around for celebrity birthdays?
I actually think I think Chris mentioned that. Was that you that mentioned that on the test line? Yeah. I actually don't think that's a terrible idea at all. Just have them. Because at that point, well,
Tuesday fun and games.
Yeah, Tuesday fun and games. Everybody in this room that has bought a soccer team in the last 20 years, raise your hand. Okay, that's what we're going to be doing.
Yeah.
Oh, Chris did. Did you buy shares in something?
Fruit Ridge FC.
No,
just getting started.
Ladybugs.
What are they? The lady? What is their nickname? The Fruit Ridge FC Fruits
Stompers.
The Kicks.
Ace fans just got triggered, by the way.
Yeah.
Well, it'll be a free mascot here pretty soon, probably. Clippers Kings. What?
Nothing.
You look like you were ready to fire something off.
Yeah, I was.
What?
All right. Let's get started.
Let's get it started. Who is guarding who, guys?
Who's zooming who?
Who's zooming who? I'm actually kind of curious as we check the line again. Yep, Kings still favored by 6.5. You look at your starting lineup. The easy one will be Zubac, Sabonis.
Yes.
Move that aside.
Confirmed.
Harden and Powell. I'm really curious how they're going to do this in the backcourt.
What's the rest of their starting
Okay,
lineup
so
again?
you got Terrence Mann and Derek Jones Jr. Don't you almost have to have Keegan on Derek Jones Jr.?
No.
So you're going to have DeRozan. Well, no.
Right. I'm putting Herter there.
You're putting Herter. All right, 6'6", 6'6". 6'6", actually, Harden's Herter's an inch taller. So, okay, you're right.
That's where I would go, Herter, and then
Fox, Harden, Keegan, Powell.
And
then because you have Terrence Mann, who, strangely enough, I feel like he kills us every year, too. But Terrence Mann averaging a balmy 5.6 points this year.
Huh.
That's strange.
Yeah, I feel like DeRozan does better against, like I said, like stronger players.
Okay.
But I don't know of that group if that would be considered. I don't know who would be more of that type of interior, not necessarily post up, but more physical. Yeah, that's a tough one. I'm not sure where their matchups are going to go exactly tonight.
They're not a great rebounding team down low other than Zubac. I would probably go Fox, Harden, Keegan, Powell.
Okay. So then DeRozan on
Derek Jones.
Okay, and then Herter and Mann. Okay, that's fine.
You could switch Herter. Yeah, those two are the ones I'm and I think and I would imagine Keon Ellis is, as he is going to have some pretty key minutes in there. And I think very early, if we find out that either Harden or, if they're torching whomever.
And conversely, I could see Batum playing more and Batum being on a combination of Fox and DeRozan. Batum is just a long veteran defender. I could see him getting some, and or Derek Jones getting on those guys.
It'll be interesting, the Zubac-Sabonis matchup. As we said before, they tend to.
And who do they put Harden on? Harden kind of takes a nap on that side.
Well, you're right. On the other side, you're absolutely right. I honestly, if I'm them, I probably put Harden on Herter.
Right. But that's where Herter just needs to run around like a crazy man.
Yeah, exactly. Make Herter beat you.
Yeah.
Because if they put Harden on Fox, please put Harden on Fox. Even better, put him on DeRozan.
Yeah.
That'd be fun. 7 o'clock tonight will be tip-off right here on Sacktown Sports. Don't forget, we'll have some pregame stuff and all that kind of fun with Scotty the Body Marsh, the High Flyer Henry Turner as well. Before
it's going to be Chris Watkins.
Huh?
Yeah, Watkins is filling in.
Oh, where's Scott?
Montana.
Oh, that's right. This is a Montana weekend.
Yeah.
UC Davis at wow, they're both in Montana?
And Sac State.
Do you think when Sac State and UC Davis go to Montana, they have dinner together?
No.
We're both from Sacramento in that area.
It's a pretty big state.
It is a pretty big state. We'll take a break. When we return, how about the mayor of Sacramento, Darrell Steinberg? He will join us, and we will talk about yesterday's big announcement on the stadium deal, the big announcement on the music venue next door as well. We'll have some fun with the outgoing mayor of Sacramento, Darrell Steinberg, next.
The NFL's leading rusher plays here.
The handoff to McCaffrey, walks in the end zone. Handoff to McCaffrey, takes it right down to the goal line. He does his thing again. McCaffrey goes in motion right. Backwards pass led by Juszczyk. A block there. Hurdles a man. 10, 5, touchdown! CMC!
You can hear all of Christian McCaffrey's touchdowns on your home for 49ers football. Sacktown Sports.
At the UPS store, we know being a small business owner means holiday time is still go time. Still get those orders shipped time. And still re-up on stamps and supplies time. That's why this upcoming holiday, while others close up shop, we'll be open. And happy to help you keep being unstoppable. Come into your local store today. Most locations are independently owned. Product, services, pricing, and hours of operation may vary. See Center for details. The UPS store. Be unstoppable.
Everywhere you look, things are getting more expensive. So at Consumer Cellular, we're lowering the price for those 50 and up. Now you can get unlimited talk, text, and data for $30 a line when you buy two. That's just $60 a month for 2 unlimited lines. So if you're 50 and up, make the switch and save. Come on, you've earned this. Call 1-888-FREEDOM or visit consumercellular.com today. Requires 2 lines of service, age validation, and credit approval, subject to system and area limits, taxes, and other fees apply.
Play and win to take your loyalty to new heights at Sky River Casino in Elk Grove. Sign up for Sky River Rewards, and you'll get $15 free play to use on your first visit. Plus, you'll be in the know about upcoming special events and offers. Visit skyriver.com today. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Don't miss Stoney's Rockin' Radio's 17-year anniversary bash this Saturday night with a free tri-tip dinner. That's right, free tri-tip dinner and free late-night biscuits and gravy. So don't miss Stoney's 17-year anniversary bash this Saturday night, plus free dance lessons. Sing some karaoke, or ride Stoney's mechanical ball. I'll see you on the dance floor.
Hi, this is Greg Papa. Disasters hit every day. If your home, business, or building has suffered from any disaster, SunPoint Public Adjusters can help. SunPoint prepares, presents, and negotiates your claim with the insurance company, working only for you, making sure you get everything you're entitled to and letting your focus be on what's most important, your family or your business. Call SunPoint today at 888-247-7865 or contact us at sunpoint.us. SunPoint Public Adjusters, the gold standard in public adjusting.
License number 2N14884. Maida Chevy sends you $8,000 off MSRP on every new 2025 half-ton Silverado LT, RST, LTZ, and High Country in stock after rebates. All of them. Black Friday savings now at MaidaChevy.com. Together, let's drive.
See dealer for details. Ends 12/1/24.
At the law offices of Dale R. Gomes, we understand that when you're facing a crisis, you need more than just a lawyer. You need a team. Our dedicated attorneys work together, combining decades of experience to guide you through personal injury or criminal defense matters with care and expertise. We're committed to supporting you every step of the way, ensuring your voice is heard and your rights are protected. With offices in Sacramento and El Dorado County, reach out to the law offices of Dale R. Gomes today, 916-999-9033, or online at dalegomslaw.com. Want the best movie experience in town? Join Sacktown Sports IMAX Pass by visiting sacktownsports.com. Sign up today. You can win tickets to see this week's films at the Esquire IMAX Theater.
Waking you up with the best in local sports.
It's the
Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross
on Sacktown Sports.
We are efforting the mayor of Sacramento, Darrell Steinberg. Now, to be clear, I see they're talking right now. I was going to say he is in Palm Springs mayoring for a mayoral thingy, conferencey, whatever.
They're always working.
They really are. He really does, dude. He loves his job. I'll say that. Look, I get people are gay, and it's I get that. But one thing you cannot say is this dude.
Yeah,
this dude is mayoring all the time. He's mayoring here. He's mayoring in Palm Springs.
Just mayoring everywhere.
Absolutely, and his mayoring yesterday.
Yeah,
some of the best mayoring you'll ever see. And he joins us right now. A very happy, I think, a very I won't say content because there's a Tuesday vote that we need, but a guy who I'm just going to say it, guys. I'm just going to probably slobber all over him for much of this interview because I'm just really proud of everybody who got behind this to make Sacramento a better place. He joins us right now. The honorable, the lovely, the talented, the outgoing, I hate saying it, mayor of Sacramento, Darrell Steinberg. Mr. Mayor, it's Dave, it's Jason. Good morning.
Dave and Jason, it's so great to be with you. I still have a big smile on my face. It hasn't left since yesterday, so it's good stuff.
As the mayor coming to us live from Palm Springs, where we said he's off mayoring. Yep. And, my favorite airport in the country, by the way. It's the easy. Go ahead.
I'm giving a speech, not vacationing.
Not vacation. No, you're mayoring. You're working. You got about a little over a month left. You're getting all the mayoring in you can.
I'm running through this tape as evidenced by yesterday. There's work to do for Sacramento, and man, oh man, the future sure looks bright. I hope everyone is as excited as we are about what's coming to the Railyards, about professional soccer, about the future of professional sports, about music, about art, about the creative economy. It's just all happening. And, I'll leave it to the next mayor and council, but I'm just thrilled that we're able, before I left, to lay this foundation and point to the future.
Yeah, Mr. Mayor, I know there's so many things, so many ways we could go. We've talked a lot about what this means for kind of the sporting entity of it, but you brought up the music venue. That's kind of a new wrinkle that I'm really curious about and excited about. Kind of tell us how that all came about and what that could ultimately look like.
Well, we've been working, of course, with a lot of parties. The Wilton Rancheria, we're just thrilled that they have chosen Sacramento and returned to their ancestral lands. And they're just going to be a great partner. And of course, you got Kevin Nagel, who I call the Sacramento hero, and the Republic FC and Todd Donovan and the entire team. And then you've got DRV, which is Denton Kelly and the Downtown Rail Ventures. Well, they are responsible for not just the 31 acres where Wilton and the Republic FC are going to build the stadium and a major entertainment center. They are also working with Kaiser. There's going to be a huge hospital. We're going to have a beautiful new state courthouse. And then in those old central shops, which are a relic of the Railyards, they can be converted with real investment into iconic destinations themselves. So for one of them, the paint shop, the old paint shop, I guess where a lot of painting used to go on, they are going to work with a major music promoter, and they're going to convert that into a modern 3,600 seat fixed seat music venue. And so you're going to have soccer, you're going to have entertainment, you're going to have music, you're going to have another Doco. It'll be different than Doco, but it will have its own identity, and I think with the same kind of prominence. But that's the music piece of this, and it all just fits together. It would have been one thing to just announce soccer yesterday. That would have been enough, but it's that and so much more, and that makes it even more exciting and more of a huge economic boost to the downtown and the entire city.
Here's the slobber part from me as we're talking to the mayor, Darrell Steinberg. I said it on the show earlier, Jason. I said, look, David Stern, KJ, Vivek, the fans, there's so much credit that goes around. I always feel like Darrell gets not enough because he did the and I say this with love, the boring lawyer stuff.
Yeah.
He was president of the state Senate and did I won't get into it, but very important things needed to happen environmentally, and he greased that thing beautifully in a position where only he could do it. And the Kings aren't here without that, not to mention the other stuff he did. And that kind of ushered in the Darrell Steinberg era. And now, as you are just weeks away from moving on to the next chapter in your life, you're going to leave the biggest eyesore on our downtown as one of the, if not the glowing whatever on the hill of the thing, as they say. It's going to be a lot better. Look, you're at the point where you think of legacy, you think of what your next move is, but also you look back. How important was it, Mr. Mayor, to close this thing up before you left? Because I imagine it would have haunted you had that not happened.
Well, I will be honest. It was really important to me because it's so important to the city. And but for me, of course, there's a sense of pride. I mean, to end my tenure as the Senate leader, helping to keep the Kings in Sacramento, and now to be able to lead on this, I feel very happy and proud of it. And I said yesterday that if it's too easy, then it's not nearly as satisfying or nearly as sweet. And this has been the opposite of easy. I maintain that the city, the structure, for example, for this agreement was not just made up over the last 6 months. It really was put in place 5 to 6 years ago. And we, of course, did everything right. And I believe Kevin Nagel and the Republic did everything right. We didn't have the right investor. And of course, we also had some other things like a once-in-a-century pandemic and some challenging economic times. And we had some investors that were really, when you really think about it, fine people, but not really rooted in Sacramento. And in the end, they walked away for their own reasons. Now, what's different is we found the right investor. We found the Wilton Rancheria, who has a historic tie to Sacramento and to these very lands. And so when it's right, it's right. And this was right and is right. And so I just feel great because I was able to follow through on a promise, and I was able to, do my part, that's all, in keeping it together, because this was, let me tell you, a very complex negotiation. You had 4 or 5 parties, actually, all who are well experienced in negotiation and had their own strong perspectives on how this should be done. And my job was to, sort of help shepherd this and make sure that I knew the details enough that I could help with the city manager. Howard Chan also did a great job, by the way, and bring this through. And that's what that's what happened. And it's going to be terrific for the city of Sacramento. And I say that in life, there's a season for everything. And I've been privileged to serve this community for 3 decades in various roles. And now it's time for me to take my leave and for a new era of leadership to come on in. And I just want them to take this even farther. And this is going to provide, there's going to be all kinds of conversations about what's next and what do we do. And the A's are coming. And, I don't want to speculate about anything, but I know that everything is possible. And I think everything is more possible because of what we are achieving together, as we announced yesterday.
You feel good about, and David mentioned this earlier, still the Tuesday vote. You feel good about the prospects of that on Tuesday?
I do. You never take anything for granted, but I think that one of the things that we'll be able to point to with pride is not only the great benefit to the city itself, but the fact that we're not going to write a check out of our city's general fund. And that was one of the promises that I made. You know, we did that with the Golden One Center. And of course, I think that was absolutely the right thing to do. And I stand by that with great pride. That was worth that kind of public investment. It's not that soccer isn't as worthy. It is. But you can only do what we did with the Golden One Center once. And so this time had to be different. Thankfully, there are creative ways for the public to participate. We're investing tens of millions of dollars in infrastructure in the Railyards, and we'll get paid back over time. It'll be a long time. But, you know, some people say, well, that's a public contribution. Yes, it is, but it's an appropriate one. And people say, well, wouldn't that tax revenue otherwise go to police and fire and the city's general fund? And the response is actually a pretty easy one. Without the project and without these catalytic projects, you don't have any revenue to be able to spend on the basic services. And so I am a big believer that the city's proper role in these kinds of endeavors is to invest public resources in infrastructure and pave the way, almost literally, for the kinds of things that people want more of, that boost the economic base, that create sense of place and create memories for children, for families. And that's our job. And to spend infrastructure dollars on that without having to write a check, I think this is going to go very well on Tuesday. And maybe as important, since I'm, as I said, leaving, and as you said, in 4 or 5 weeks, I think that this framework is going to be pretty unassailable and stand up over the course of time, because there are going to be other votes and other chapters that, you know, others are going to have to follow through on.
Last thing for you, Mr. Mayor. I know you got to go here. I'm obviously biased, but I don't hide it. I was side by side for a lot of the trials and tribulations with Kevin Nagel, and saw a lot of the abuse that he took online, and understandably, not the abuse, but I understand the impatience. I understand the communication and lack thereof, because there was nothing to communicate. I know you've seen that too, and I know you know what he's lost. You know what he's invested. You know the state of the franchise when he took it over. You know how hard he's been working both on this and when he was doing MLS stuff. You know that as well better than I do. So as you leave, I was just going to ask you about that, because that's a story not a lot of people know, is what this dude's been doing for this community really since stepping up to help save the Kings.
Well, I said it yesterday. I think Sacramento owes Kevin Nagel a great debt of gratitude. I called him and call him a Sacramento hero because of what occurred, all the investors pulling out and the disappointments and the circumstances. He could have rightfully pulled up stakes at any time and, moved the team elsewhere, frankly. But he is loyal and was loyal to Sacramento. And he was loyal to me too, frankly, because he and I, Kevin and I, we're different. We have some different points of view on some different things, but we share a friendship and a bond. And that bond is love of city and love of Sacramento. And we were loyal to each other, and he was loyal to our city. And I'm forever grateful, and I think the city should be forever grateful. And by the way, bringing in Todd Donovan to run this organization was also another master stroke. This guy, who I've gotten to know very well, obviously a former professional athlete, soccer player himself, cool under pressure, and skilled in the art of negotiating. And there were a lot of times over these last 6-7 months where, and this always happens with intense negotiations, where people walk away, there's moments of anger. How can you be so unreasonable, et cetera? Todd always the calm in the storm. And so Kevin made a great choice in choosing him as well. But Kevin Nagel, will be remembered. And of course, he's still going to be engaged and involved in this thing. So, as a hero for Sacramento, and I'm grateful to him for sticking with the city and sticking with me. And the future is going to be really, really exciting.
Well, we'll see you on Tuesday for the vote. We'll obviously visit with you before you're done. But it was, from the other side, it was a pleasure to be able to work with you and watch this and watch. As I've always said, I'm always a big fan of people that are big fans of the city and that do great things. It was great working with you yesterday and seeing everything come to fruition. And congratulations, job well done. Thanks
for all your help too, Dave. Really, outstanding, and it makes such a difference because, in the end, when you make these big decisions, you have to have the backing of the people, and that comes from the community. And you and Jason, all of you are such big boosters of really it happens to be about sports, but again, it could be about music. It can be about anything that adds to the vitality of a city. We want to build more places where people can have fun and create great memories. And that's exactly what we're going to continue doing, frankly, next Tuesday.
Enjoy Palm Springs. Hurry back.
Okay,
I will. And we'll see you on Tuesday. Thank you so much for joining us.
See you guys on Tuesday.
All right, Mr.
Thanks very much, guys. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. So Mayor Darrell Steinberg joining us. We're late. We'll take a break. Good stuff, though, Jason.
Mm-hmm.
Really,
definitely,
really good.
Exciting.
Stuff. It really, really is. And of course, we will continue our comprehensive coverage. I can promise you this: you will not get better coverage than this anywhere else. We'll have Kevin Nagle and the chairman Jesus Tarango of the Wilton Rancheria tribe in studio on Tuesday. We'll continue to cover this thing from all perspectives, as it is I wouldn't say a new day in Sacramento, but part of a newer day. Yeah, Sacramento ish. February. We'll take a break. When we come back, before we get to Greg Papa at 9, that's in 14 minutes. Who's hot, who's not? 3 in the key. And we look at the Clippers Kings and Suns Kings coming up right after this.
Malik Monk plays here.
Left, goes right, steps back, launches the 3. Nothing but net. Oh, that was just filthy. Oh, my, that was sweet.
Sacktown Sports is your proud home of the Sacramento Kings.
Everywhere you look, things are getting more expensive. So at Consumer Cellular, we're lowering the price for those 50 and up. Now you can get unlimited talk, text, and data for $30 a line when you buy 2. That's just $60 a month for 2 unlimited lines. So if you're 50 and up, make the switch and save. Come on, you've earned this. Call 1-888-FREEDOM or visit consumercellular.com today. Requires 2 lines of service, age validation, and credit approval, subject to system and area limits, taxes, and other fees apply.
At the UPS Store, we know being a small business owner means holiday time is still go time. Still get those orders shipped time. And still re-up on stamps and supplies time. That's why this upcoming holiday, while others close up shop, we'll be open. And happy to help you keep being unstoppable. Come into your local store today. Most locations are independently owned. Product, services, pricing, and hours of operation may vary. See Center for details. The UPS Store. Be unstoppable.
What sets Ashton & Price apart from other injury law firms? I'll tell you. From beginning to end, all important legal decisions are made directly between our clients and their experienced local attorney. A gate agent flying the plane, the receptionist performing surgery, not a chance. There's simply no substitute for the unique power of the direct attorney-client relationship offered by Ashton & Price. And there's never a fee until we win, and between you and me, we win a lot.
Remember, for the best advice, don't think twice. Call Ashton and Price.
Coach Doug Christie here for your truck headquarters, Folsom Lake Ford. Shop all your favorite models on sale now, like America's best-selling F-Series. Check out a huge selection of Mavericks, F-150s, and Super Duty trucks, or tech-filled SUVs like Explorers and Expeditions. Plus a huge selection of Broncos and Bronco Sports. All in stock now at Folsom Lake Ford in the Folsom Auto Mall. Right now, buy any new Ford with 0 down on approval of credit. Save big with low interest finance rates. And Folsom Lake Ford always pays top dollar for your trade. Hurry to Folsom Lake Ford in the Folsom Auto Mall, a 6-time Triple Crown winner for sales and service excellence. That's why they are my trusted dealer, and they should be yours too. For 35 years and counting, come down and take a test drive today. Tell them Coach Doug Christie sent you, or shop online at FolsomLakeFord.com.
It's time for the Sacktown Sports live events calendar, the hottest live events lineup just for you. Kicking things off for comedy fans, don't miss David Spade bringing his sharp wit to Hard Rock Live Sacramento on November 22nd, followed by the hilarious Russell Peters lighting up the stage the next night, November 23rd. Then get ready to feel those good vibrations with the legendary Beach Boys on November 24th at Hard Rock Live. And for classic rock lovers, the Black Crowes are rocking the same stage November 30th. All of these are brought to you by our friends at Live Nation. The original Jersey Boys, Midtown Men, are bringing their holiday show to Thunder Valley on December 8th. Then kicking off the year in style, country stars Dylan Scott and Jackson Dean are hitting Thunder Valley on January 10th. And the one and only Bill Engvall will be there too, cracking up the crowd on January 11th. Don't miss these incredible events coming your way, and stay tuned for more info. To get details, head to SacktownSports.com.
It's Capital Casino, Sacramento's #1 poker room, and guess what? Primetime football is back. Capital Casino is giving away $500 per game in high-hand bonuses for every Sunday, Monday, and Thursday night primetime game. As always, offering the best food, the best service, and the best action with the most variety of games in the region, conveniently located in downtown Sacramento. So check them out, Capital Casino, and always remember to gamble responsibly. 1-800-GAMBLER.
What's hot and what's not? Brought to you by American Energy Heat and Air, making the uncomfortable comfortable. Head to AmericanEnergyAir.com to find out more.
What's hot?
Yeah, hot. Real hot. And what's not?
It's not good. Brought to you by American Energy Heating and Air, Sacramento's complete heating and cooling company, and second opinion partner.
Don't forget, Friday Fun and Games coming up about 9:43. We got What to Watch celebrity birthdays earlier, remember, 9:28. Greg Papa at 9. Pick 6, Niners Bucks. 3 in the key. Twice. Mayor just came on. Other than the show and these listeners that we love so very much, who is hot?
Joe Burrow.
Oh, yeah.
Against the Ravens this season, Burrow was 64 of 95, throwing for 820 yards, 9 touchdowns, and only 1 interception.
Wow.
He owns that team.
Yeah, I mean, they lost, but you're absolutely right.
Ownage.
He does. And honestly, both of those quarterbacks, I don't know. Do you have their combined numbers in front of you?
I do not.
In their 2 matchups this season, 2 games, they're a combined 118 for 170 with 1,553 yards, 17 touchdowns, 1 interception.
Wow.
It's absolutely insane. They combined yesterday for 757 yards and 8 touchdowns. It's the first time both have done that well against each other number-wise in NFL history over a 2-game little mini-series. It was fun to watch 2 of the best. I say the best young quarter. It is 2 of the best quarterbacks in the game. Period in a statement. Well, who's not?
The Bengals against the Ravens.
I knew that was coming.
Bengals lost last night, 35-34, despite Burrow throwing for 428 yards, 4 touchdowns. How insane is it that they lost that game?
How insane is it?
Well, there's only been 2 instances in NFL history where a quarterback had 30 or more completions, 300 or more passing yards, 4 or more touchdown passes, multiple 40-yard or more touchdown passes, and no more than 1 interception, and still lost. The other time that happened, Week 5, when the Cincinnati Bengals lost to the Ravens.
Great night for Chase, by the way.
Yeah. Which one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Chase Brown, 13 carries, 42 yards and a touchdown. Also had 9 catches, 52 yards. How about Jamar Chase? Dear goodness. 11 catches, 264 yards, 3 touchdowns. If you're in a PPR league, I'm positive I think that's the best individual. I'm thinking like Derrick Henry or this guy. I think that's the best individual performance in fantasy football this year. It's got to be.
Yeah. I mean, to get the 3 scores, obviously 11 catches, you get over 100. That's a boost. 200's crazy. Yeah. It's got to be, right?
Yeah. Because that's 11 points for the catches. That's 26 points for the yardage. So that's 37. That's 18 minimum. So that's 55. And if you're in my leagues, at least, you get a little bit of a yardage bonus for touchdowns. So there were probably a lot of PPR leagues yesterday where you've got teams that are scoring, 150 points a week or whatever, where he busted 60.
You better win. If you get that on your Thursday night.
You better win. All right, let's go.
Okay, speed round.
Yeah, 3 in the key. Kings and Clippers.
Okay, 2 big men in the middle. Let's go with Sabonis and Zubac's rebounds tonight.
Oh, combined rebounds?
No, just one. What does Zubac get? What does Sabonis get?
Give me 17 and 11.
Who?
Sorry, Sabonis 17, Zubac 11.
Okay, I'm going to have 9 for Zubac, 13 Sabonis. Chris?
Sabonis 12, Zubac 8.
All right, we're 3-pointers for Sacramento. How many made?
Give me 17.
I have 11. Chris?
13.
Okay, random stat.
James Harden will do some form of shacking a full move. I know that's broad, but we'll know it when we see it, if we see it.
Okay, I have Herder's going to have 15 or more points tonight. Chris?
There will be 2 or more technicals tonight.
Oh, little
feisty. Okay, got to do another game.
Let's go. The other game. King Suns.
Sunday.
This time it's for real. All right. 3 in the key, Jason Ross.
Okay, we're looking for total points from the Suns' big 3. Beal, Booker, Durant.
77.
I have 82. Chris?
86.
Total points for the Kings' big 3. Sabonis, Fox, and DeRozan.
69.
I have 72.
81.
And a random stat.
Random stat, Devin Booker will get at least a technical or double technical for getting into it with somebody because he's got a stupid face.
All right. Well, I have already written in Booker will get a technical. So we're all both there.
Booker will have 40 or more points.
Whoa.
I think your love for Devin Booker is my least favorite. Like, I can at least understand your love for the Smiths.
There's only 2 of us in the NBA.
I'm just saying. I'm not rolling around being like, hey, Kevin Huerter's my guy just because there might be 94 of us in the NBA. Just saying. Some of the red hair.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll take a break when we come back. Grandpapa, voice of the San Francisco 49ers, joins us this week after they did not lose last week. Should be a happy conversation. He'll join us next.
Did you miss any part of our live local shows? Don't worry, you never have to miss them again. Check out SactownSports.com and search our podcast page and play our shows when you want. The Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross, Stiles and Watkins, and the Drive Guys. Plus, other podcasts like Return of the Empire, Return of the Roar, the Stingers Up podcast, and Golf to Go with Frank LaRosa.
They're all available right now on SactownSports.com.
Want to have enough money for retirement
and travel to visit our grandchildren.
I understand. That's why at Fisher Investments, we start by getting to know each other so I can learn about your family, lifestyle, goals and needs, allowing us to tailor your portfolio.
What about commission-based products?
We don't sell those. We're a fiduciary, obligated to act in your best interest.
So how do your management fees work?
We have a simple management fee based on the value of your portfolio. So we do better when you do better.
We appreciate that kind of transparency.
We also check in with you regularly to keep you up to date on the markets and your portfolio.
Well, what other services do you offer?
As a client, you have access to resources on investing, financial planning, estate planning, Social Security, Medicare, and more.
Wow, sounds like Fisher Investments has everything we need.
At Fisher Investments, we're clearly different. Learn more at FisherInvestments.com.
Investing in securities involves the risk of loss.
Welcome back to another exciting game day. Grab your rally towels, throw on your jerseys, cheer, shout, and save on your gas. That's right, sports fans win big on home game days. Score instant savings of 25 cents per gallon on Shell V-Power Nitro Plus Premium Gasoline with the Fuel Rewards program. And that's a victory for you and your tailgate team. Download the app, join the Fuel Rewards program today, and game on. Restrictions apply. Limited time. At participating Shell stations. For more details, visit fuelrewards.com.
Facts are facts, and the facts show that for eliminating hip, knee, back, leg, and foot pain, it's the Good Feet personalized arch support system, clinically proven to provide significant pain relief in only 4 weeks. Good Feet arch supports are designed to help put your feet and whole body back in pain-relieved proper alignment. Good Feet arch supports are HSA and FSA eligible. Book your free fitting at Good Feet in Sacramento, Roseville, and Vacaville.
Black Friday is on its way at Fasteners Inc. Tool Outlet, and there's no better place to shop for all your power tools. Low price Makita Bear tools starting at $89, Makita batteries starting at just $49, and many more of the year's hottest deals. November 25th through December 2nd. That's right, 1 whole week of crazy deals on power tools. So don't forget, our Black Friday sale will be November 25th through December 2nd. Check us out at 6701 Power Inn Road or online at fastenersinc.net.
Don't you deserve healthcare you can count on? Well, you can count on United Healthcare. With Medicare plans that fit your life today and as your needs change tomorrow, you can enjoy reliable coverage and low out-of-pocket costs with a Medicare Advantage plan from United Healthcare. United Healthcare Medicare Advantage plans, made for California, trusted everywhere. The Medicare annual enrollment period ends December 7th, so go to uhc.com/Medicare today.
Whitey here reminding you that not all grills are created equal. Give your family a real treat. Bring out all the flavors of the upcoming holidays with the amazing Napoleon Prestige line of outdoor cookers. Napoleon grills that features other grills can't match. They're built different, built better, built to last, complete with a lifetime warranty. All made with premium steel that boasts absolute quality. Just because it's November does not mean we can't barbecue outside. Visit California Backyard now for your best selection of grills and Napoleon Grills accessories.
The holidays are always a great time to get together with family and friends, but nothing beats the thrill of Stockton Honda's deals. During Happy Honda Days, find the perfect ride in person or online. With over 400 new Hondas ready to go, now is the time to buy at Northern California's #1 Honda dealer, Stockton Honda.
Anytime, anywhere, it's all here. StocktonHonda.com.
#1 claims based on 2023 total new and Honda certified pre-owned vehicle car sales from American Honda Motor Company Zone report.
KHTK HD1 Sacramento, KYMX HD3 Sacramento.
From the Power Business Technology Toshiba Studios.
Sacktown Sports 1140.
Touchdown! San Francisco!
He has nearly 40 years of broadcasting in Northern California. The voice of the San Francisco 49ers, Greg Papa. Sponsored by Sunpoint Public Adjusters, the gold standard of the public adjusting industry.
That's us. We're on.
Oh,
yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
I walked in here and I cross around the desk and there's Simone.
Yeah.
Under the table, jumps out. Boo!
Boo!
Just honestly.
Yeah. Got us both.
One of these days it's going to happen. I'm just going to keel over. She's going to feel bad. Joining us right now. Hopefully he enjoyed his week off.
Yes.
I always worry about him. Hopefully he did not suffer any injuries whatsoever. We're getting ready for the holidays, and I need Greg Papa at full strength for all the eating that's on the way. He is the voice of the 49ers on your home of the 49ers, Sacktown Sports. He joins us each and every Friday. Good morning, Greg.
Good morning, David. And if you were with us last Friday, I shared with Jason what I was hoping to do during my bye week, and that was attend Game 6 of the World Series. But the New York Yankees defensively in the top of the fifth inning in Game 5, got me a refund from the Dodgers for Game 6, but there was no game. So,
yeah, well,
I went to Arizona. We were there for spring training to start the year. At breakfast at the Biltmore one day, and we got to come back here and just lounge around the pool. And so it was a good time. The Bay Area weather turned a little bit, and they have a great setup by the pool to watch football. They have like 6 different screens all on top of each other. So just a lot of rest and relaxation and watching football on Sunday. And you know what? The NFC is good. The Detroit Lions are really good. Washington's really good. And then the NFC West, Arizona, what they did to Chicago, and I was in Arizona thinking of going to the game, but didn't. And a lot of Bears fans rolled in for the weekend. And, well, they got smacked. Arizona ran all over them. But James Conner and Kyler's playing great. Trey McBride's a tight end. So, and then the Rams-Seattle game was crazy. Went to overtime, and Gino threw the pick 6 to Cam Kitchens. And so the point is that the Niners are coming off their bye. They're 4-4. They should be 6-2. They're not. But they're going to have to ratchet it up. But I know in years past, they just took over the NFC at some point. This conference is better. You got a lot of good teams that are playing more consistently, excellent football. The Niners have got to start being more precise. They've got to execute better. If they play their game and getting Christian back on Sunday, if he does play, it seems as though he will, unless something unforeseen happens, that'll help a lot, getting Couture Gross-Matos back and all the guys that are coming back. Juwan Jennings, Jake Moody. But this conference is loaded right now. Kansas City rules the AFC, and Baltimore was last night. I didn't even mention Minnesota, what they did on Sunday night. Detroit going to Green Bay, dealing with the weather and beating them, and Green Bay's still good. So for a long time, we thought if the Niners just play like the Niners, they're going to run this conference. Well, they're going to have to play like the Niners and give it close to an A+, a solid A performance to be able to take down these other teams.
Greg, everybody's been waiting for McCaffrey. I know he's cleared. He's practicing. If, in fact, he does go and everything's kind of pointing towards that, how do you think they'll utilize him the most? Red zone, as a receiver, kind of mix a little bit of everything that he's capable of? How do you envision Kyle using him?
That's I don't think they know yet. I think they're figuring that out today. He's got one more practice to get through today, and then walk through tomorrow. He has to handle the flight to Tampa. As long as there's no soreness in either Achilles developing. The thing with McCaffrey, JC, that's why he had so many touches last year, and he's on the field for so many snaps. And come playoff time, he's like Buster Posey. Buster's catching every inning. McCaffrey's not coming off the field. These are two important games. So when do you take them off? You want him on first down, second down, third down, and if you have to go to fourth down, you want him on fourth down. The guy. So I remember when they first got him in the trade a couple of years ago, and he played that game against Kansas City. I think he had 23 snaps in the game. But one thing they did not have him do was third down, which seems Christian McCaffrey not on third down. That's where he's at his best. You want him, detaching and going in the slot and getting matched up, but he's such a great man beater. That was because he didn't really know the blitz terminology yet for blitz pickup. He's a smart guy, but he just got there on essentially Friday and had to go play Sunday in 48 hours. So that's how they limited him at that time. I don't think it'll be that way. I think it may be just series where Christian starts the game and gets a series, depending on how long the series is. And by the way, it's going to be hot as hell in West Florida, on the Florida coast. It's going to be well into the 80s. Wow. The Niners are wearing red jerseys again. They're going to be in all white, I think. That's what they do. They know the weather there. It's high humidity. So we had this, obviously, against Arizona at home, but Florida can sap you. It's a different kind of heat. So, where's his cardio at? If you go off on a 12-play drive to open the game or at any point in the game, can he last all a dozen plays? I don't know. So he'd come off. And then I think you give him series off maybe, where he takes 2, J.P. Mason takes 1, Christian takes 2, Isaac Orendo takes 1, or however they they divvy it up. But I don't think it's a situation where he's just going to be in for red zone or just in for third down or just in these situations. Because right now, he's not coming back from an injury. He did not tear his Achilles tendon like Dre Greenlaw did. He had tendinitis, he had inflammation, bilateral in each tendon. He didn't get injured. He just had to have that calm down. And now he's fine in theory, and hopefully he will be. So I think they're figuring it out exactly, how much they want to use them and what situations they want to use them.
Greg Papa joining us. So I'm trying to think of a time when the 49ers went into a bye week a little off their game, whether losing games or just win, lose, whatever. They just weren't right. And then they come off the bye week and go to Florida and maybe face a team, I don't know, maybe 6-2 at the time, whatever, and blow them out. Wait, it happened last year, Jacksonville, 31-3. So am I smoking a little something extra, Greg, by taking some sort of solace and feeling like, hey, this is what's happened in the past? Of course, this is going to be the launching pad with a banged-up Baker Mayfield and Mike Evans out, Chris Godwin out. This is a perfect start for the 49ers to leap their way into, I'm not asking for much, maybe 1-2 losses the rest of the season and cruise back into the Super Bowl.
I mean, that's the plan, and I feel you. I remember that situation, 5-0 to start, lost 3 in a row going into the bye. They were tired. They made a trade to get Chase Young. They came out and then moved Steve Wilkes down from upstairs to the field and realigned their nickel package, and they got on a heater. And then they went into Philadelphia and smacked them. The only loss really was to Baltimore on Christmas night. The Rams came at the end. They didn't play their guys. The Rams wanted the game more. So I hear you. That's the plan, but you got to go do it. And the reality is, Jacksonville is a very young football team, even at 6-2, and they were playing great going into it. And, the quarterback has taken everybody to Waffle House after a playoff win, but he did not play well in that game. And they're young, and they wound up crashing and burning. Their whole season fell completely apart, and they really haven't recovered since. They're a young team. Tampa Bay is an older team. This team, I know Tom Brady's going to be in the Fox booth and not on this, under center, but they won a Super Bowl in their stadium. The stadium we're walking into on Sunday, they won a Super Bowl in that stadium, Super Bowl 55. We're playing 59 this year. It's not that long ago. They won their division 3 straight years. They've been in the playoffs 4 straight. They are hurt, not having Godwin and not having Evans, obviously the wide receivers. And they're coming in off a short week. I mean, the main thing is when the 49ers went to Jacksonville last year, it was off their bye week. Jacksonville was also coming off their bye week. Niners couldn't get a break. Niners played 4 teams last year off their bye. I thought, what is that? I've never heard of that ever. Well, the Niners are doing it again this year. They're playing 4 teams off byes this year. Only 1 team is playing as many as 3. And it's the Colts. Everybody else is 2, 1, or a lot of the teams, most of the league is 0. So for once, the Niners get a break where they're off a bye, and the team that they're playing had to play Kansas City at Arrowhead on Monday night. So it's a short week. They had to play 83 snaps on defense, so they're going to be, you would think, tired. But then the weather comes into it. So I hear what you're saying. I think that's what everybody hopes, to get all these guys back and start playing like the Niners, Dave. But as I said earlier, the schedule's tough. You got to go to Tampa, Seattle. They'll be off their bye when we see them the week after Sunday. Got to go to Green Bay. Got to go to Buffalo. They'll be off their bye when we go there December the 1st. Then you got the Rams at home in Arizona, which may define your year. I think I'm not so much worried about the NFC. Whatever it is, win as many as you can. The key thing really is to win the NFC West. If you do that, you get a home game in the wild card. You're the very worst scenario. You're a 4 seed. Maybe you move up to 3 or 2, or I don't know. You do have Detroit later in the year, but just, try to win as many as you can. So I understand there's a pattern here of them bouncing back, coming out of the bye. But the NFC has changed, and the 49ers schedule is tough this year.
Greg, I'm thinking about, when you get to a bye week, a lot of times we think about McCaffrey coming back and other guys getting healthy. Other times, coaches and the staff, they look at self-scouting, what's been working, what's not been working. kind of structurally wise, what do you want to see the Niners improve on post-bye here for the back half of the season?
Well, it's obvious. On offense, they're number 2 in the NFL in yards, Jason. They're 4 in rushing. They're 4 in passing. They're perfectly balanced. The problem has been the red zone. They have not been as good, obviously, inside the opponent's 20. They were the best in football last year, and this year they're towards the back third. They have not been as good on third down. They're not awful on third down, but not as good on third down. They've had a hard time, and it's why the red zone and third down have been problem areas. They get in a lot of man coverage based on the Super Bowl and what Steve Spagnuolo, the Chiefs coordinator, did against them. They've been unable to beat man. So any football player out there that can help you in the red zone and on third down and is a good man beater? That would be the offensive player of the year from last year. So I don't know if he can solve it all, but he'll solve some of it. That guy, he scored 18 touchdowns of his 21 inside the red zone. He just smelled that goal line. He was like a modern day Marcus Allen meets Walter Payton. Whether he's got to jump over you, burrow under you, go around you, do a cartwheel, dive for the pilot, whatever it was. He scored a touchdown in 17 straight games. He tied an NFL record. So he's that guy. And then over on defense, they got to tighten up. They got to be better on third down. They have not been a good third down defense, not just this year, but also last year. And also the red zone numbers defensively have been poor. So I'm driving into Levi's right now. We're flying after I do the radio show today. And Friday practices in the NFL, and the Niners certainly do it. They are a red zone day. You do a lot of work inside the opponent's 20-yard line on both sides of the ball, defending the red zone and also trying to score in the red zone. So I think that's going to be the interesting thing. Can they get better? We started calling the red zone the dead zone because they would die in there. The field goals aren't bad, but I think the number is they've scored 19 touchdowns this year and kicked 22 field goals. I'm not in the field goal. We're not doing that. We need touchdowns, Kyle. Let's go.
That is the legendary Greg Papa. Such a good pull. Such good pull that Niners are waiting to take off until he's done with his radio show.
Right.
You gotta love that.
They're like, Papa, would you wrap it up? But we gotta go.
Have a safe trip there and back. Bring back the W, Greg, and as always, we appreciate you.
Whenever I'm getting on a charter and people wish me a safe trip,
I know, right?
I always say, damn, it better be or we're going to lose something.
Okay, I'm throwing salt over my shoulder. Have a wonderful trip.
Break a leg.
Break a leg. No, not you. Don't.
Yeah,
No. Yeah.
Don't wish that to Mr. McCaffrey. Don't do that.
That's
I can break a
leg. We'll see you next Friday, Greg. Thank you. Take care. Bye-bye. Yeah. 49ers, incidentally, under Kyle Shanahan, 47-18 combined after their bye weeks. Their record from the bye week to the end of the year, 47-18. I know you thought
that's a lot of seasons.
He's been a coach for 60-plus years. No, their record, if you take their record after the bye week each year, there were a couple like 2-4s in there. 47-18. Okay. We'll take a break. When we come back, just a quick 1-minute break here. We'll pick 6 for the Niners and Buccaneers. We'll wrap that part of the show up. And then we got what to watch, celebrity birthdays, Friday night games, all coming up right after this.
On the move? Got somewhere to be?
Take Sacramento Kings basketball with you. The Sacktown Sports app will let you stay connected to your passion. Never miss a moment of Sacramento Kings basketball with the Sacktown Sports app.
At Fisher Investments, we may seem like other money managers, but we're different.
What makes you so different than the rest of us?
We ensure clients receive unparalleled service at every step of the relationship.
Tell me more.
Our investment counselors focus on service over sales, prioritizing clients' needs.
How do you make money?
We don't sell any commission-based products. We have a simple management fee based on the value of our clients' portfolio. So we do better when our clients do better.
What about client portfolios?
We get to know each client, their finances, family, health, lifestyle, and more, and then we tailor a portfolio based on their specific goals and needs.
Your clients really come first then, huh?
Yes, we make them a top priority. Our goal is helping them achieve a comfortable retirement.
Wow, Maybe we are different.
At Fisher Investments, we're clearly different. Learn more at FisherInvestments.com.
Investing in securities involves the risk of loss.
The only place in the morning to get your sports fix. The Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Locks.
She doesn't think that you're going to do it.
So Simone is running around touchdown dancing after scaring us.
Yeah.
She said she felt bad she didn't get it on camera.
Yeah, I'm a little upset. I missed it because I was talking to Greg.
I thought she did get it on camera. She
Apparently
was trying
she
to.
didn't. And then I said, look, that's fine. You got us, but there will be payback. Mm-hmm. And she just went in the other room and shook her head and said, I don't think you'll do it.
No, I will say this. I think that you won't do it because you'll forget about it.
Oh, yeah, that's a fair point.
Very possible.
We have a long history of getting people back for things.
Yeah, I still owe you a good one.
Yes, you do. Yes, you do. I would like you to forget about that.
Nope.
That would be fun.
I was actually working on my plan last night.
Oh, were you?
Yes.
I didn't get you that badly.
You got me very badly.
What did I do again?
You told me that Chris Jericho was going to be on the show, and you did it to so much where you said, well, why don't you announce it, Chris?
Okay, but if you get me back, it has to be equal.
Yeah, it'll be equal.
It can't be like, oh, hey, Melissa's on the phone. Your dog passed. Like,
why would I do that?
I don't, just to get me back. By the way, Gus the Bus dropped off probably should have made that joke. Jeez, got dropped off this morning, getting a biopsy on his his paw bean and his little ear thing. So because he's a Frenchie, they gotta put him to sleep.
Best for Gus.
Gus the Bus. And I texted Melissa she had to drop him off. You can see this right here. In the blue, did you give him a kiss? Wait,
the only place in the morning to get your sports fix.
Chris still playing.
The Carmichael.
Okay.
You're the blue?
I'm the blue.
Okay. You want me to read this?
Go ahead, because this is true.
Did you give him a kiss?
No.
And tell him he's a good dog and a brave dog and a handsome dog?
That's right.
I did. He's in good hands.
See that? But then I followed up.
Okay. Did you also tell him he's a sweet puppy?
That's important too.
Okay.
He's a sweet puppy. He's a handsome puppy.
Yeah.
He's a good dog.
He's trying his hardest.
He's a brave dog.
Yeah.
I will get you back someday. I will have my revenge in this life or the next.
Why is all of this card business taking me to doctors to poke me?
He does not like the thermometer in the old beehole either. That he always gives me the side eye like, excuse me,
That's
Helen.
not where it goes.
Hello, JR.
I learned it from you.
Hi, JR.
I pay the doctor extra for that.
All right, that they better have numbers. What's going on?
That's not a doctor.
Hey,
those aren't pillows.
This show has went south really quick.
Literally, it did. All right.
Oh my god! I love how Simone's peeking her head in the background with Chris, though, trying to get some airtime on YouTube.
Yeah,
classic.
Simone's on the list.
Yeah. JR, heard you wanted to talk to the mayor. Sorry we couldn't make that happen.
Yeah, we tried. We just ran out of time.
I love how you say you're doing mayor business.
He's mayoring.
He's mayoring.
He's
mayoring.
Yeah,
he's classic.
Yeah.
But I had to call about Greg Papa. Oh my God, if the plane goes down, we ain't winning Sunday. Oh my God. You know, I met him on an airplane coming over from Cabo once.
Oh, really?
Super nice. Oh, yeah. And when we landed in SFO, I, of course, yelled out, touchdown, San Francisco. He thought that was funny. My wife hated me for about a week, but that was okay. Well worth it.
Everybody thought it was hilarious.
Good job as a grown-up, though, Dave, getting us a stadium.
Yeah.
Look at you. Look at J. Ross. He's grown up, has a tie, meets with big people.
Yeah.
I hope his wife gave him a kiss and said, "Go to work and be good today, Dave."
Yeah, a little note in the lunchbox.
Yes.
Yeah, that's very nice. Appreciate that.
They're heroic.
Very heroic.
Yeah.
Super heroic. All right, Niners, Buccaneers. Pick 6. Run the music. Christopher Laud, Jason Ross, Carmichael Dave. Picking 6. Anytime now, we're going to pick it.
There it is. All right.
You know what that kind of sounds like? Chevy Chase and 3 Amigos. Like, chip, 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 chip,
Yes. That's right. That's right. We are looking for...
What?
I don't know. It's very loud.
I can't hear you, Jason. Okay.
The first 49er to score.
I got to do it.
Okay.
Give me Christian McCaffrey.
Yes.
Yeah. Why not?
You and I are thinking the same. I have CMC.
You and I, face to face, a couple of silver spoons.
Chris?
I'm taking a kicker.
I'm taking a kicker.
49ers kicker.
What did you say earlier when you and I laughed? Interceptions?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it was in 4-down territory. You fumbled. And we didn't even make fun of you.
Yeah, I'm glad you didn't bring that up.
I didn't.
Yeah, you didn't.
Just now.
Yeah. Let's go with Christian McCaffrey rushing yards.
56.
Okay, I have 46.
Oh.
69.
Yeah. Christian McCaffrey receiving yards.
34.
I have 27.
26.
All right. Total turnovers in the game.
Total turnovers in the game, 2.
I have 4.
1.
Final score.
The San Francisco 49ers 31, the Buccaneers 23.
I have San Francisco 31, Buccaneers 20.
Oh,
Chris.
Niners 24, Buccaneers 20.
Wow, defensive battle.
And last thing, a random stat that's going to happen in this game.
After the bye, baby. Give me a juicy TD. Kyle Juszczyk, touchdown! Kyle Juszczyk.
I have the game will have a fake punt. Fake punt in the game.
A funt? Love it.
Watch it.
Fake punt. That's what they call them.
The only turnover will be a defensive touchdown.
Oh, interesting.
Very, very interesting.
We've got punt. We'll take a break. When we come back, what to watch?
Yeah.
Celebrity birthdays.
Yep.
I guess we can if Simone's there, she might as well help out. It's Friday.
Okay. Sure.
Fun. It's games.
Yeah.
That and with Styles and Watkin, and we'll do all that coming up. Deals.
The only place you'll find Malik Monk is Sacktown Sports.
Oh my, what an athletic move that time by Malik Monk.
Hey Sacramento, it's Malik Monk and you're listening to the home of the Sacramento Kings, Sacktown Sports.
Your local sports leader.
Power Business Technology is proud to be 100% independent, locally owned, and managed Toshiba copier dealer. Local ownership cuts out the red tape, allowing ourselves to never be too busy to personally answer the call when our clients need us. Recognized for excellence in service execution, training, and customer service, we're proud to be named a 2022 Toshiba ProMasters Elite Dealer. Contact us today for all of your business printing needs at 844-POWER-BZ. That's 844-769-3729, or visit us at powercopiers.com.
Ready to make this Christmas unforgettable? Shop early and save at Prestigio Jewelers' biggest Black November sale ever. For over 30 years, Prestigio Jewelers has offered in-house financing and fine jewelry. Guaranteed credit approval between $400 and $10,000 with no money down options. Prestigio Jewelers, the perfect jewelry, the perfect price, helping you build perfect credit. With locations in Sacramento, Stockton, Merced, and Fresno. Or online at prestigiojewelers.com.
Carmichael Dave here from my good friends at American Energy. Cool weather, if not cold weather, is in our future. You know that. It'll eventually get there, and American Energy wants to make sure your system is operating safely and properly. So now is the time to take advantage of the $49 fall tune-up inspection. That's regularly $119, but includes a full safety and duct inspection. And if your system's over 10 years old, it's free. The tune-up is on American Energy. Give them a call right now. They're offering $50 off your first recommended repair, or if you need a new furnace, that's half off the price of a new unit. American Energy been serving the greater Sacramento area since 1981. A+ with the Better Business Bureau. You can check them out at theaeway.com for an instant quote. That's theaeway.com. Tell them Carmichael Dave sent you.
Call 916-520-9990 now.
When it's all on the line, you need a big time closer. That's especially true when it comes to your garage door. That's why I proudly recommend National Garage Door. Whitey Gleason here for National Garage Door. And whether you're looking to repair an existing door or get a brand new one installed, you need National Garage Door. Family owned and operated. They've been around since 1974 because service is their number one priority. National Garage Door are the region's BSE broken spring experts, and the styles, prices, and quality of the new doors will amaze you. I know they amazed me. Our garage door was starting to sound kind of like a box of scrap metal tumbling down the stairs. So Kevin from National Garage Door came out. He said patching up the old one was an option, but we're going with a new garage door, and we're as excited about that as you can be about a new garage door. National Garage Door sells quality Rainer branded garage doors. They offer sales, service, and installation on all residential and commercial doors and operators. If you have garage door needs, old ones coming apart, or you're looking to improve your curb appeal, let National Garage Door come through for you in the clutch and be your closer. 338-4554 National Garage Door.
All guests come to you from the Folsom Lake Honda Hotline. Folsom Lake Honda, your one-stop Honda shop.
Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
Call or text at 916-339-1140.
On Sacktown Sports.
Question for the nerds in the chat line. They're already on the
Disintegration. That's my favorite album. Thank you.
By who?
The Cure.
If anyone's ever played, they're having a sale on Star Wars Jedi New Order, not the new one, the old one. Anybody play it? Rate it out of 10 for me.
I know you like Harry Potter.
No, that's Star Wars. Use the Force, Gandalf. I want to know how good it is. If I should make that my weekend game. Welcome back, Carmichael Dave, Jason Ross, Christopher Laud, and apparently Simone has adopted the barrister wig.
Yeah,
that I brought back. That's not a bad look. Not a bad look. What to watch tonight? We got Clippers Kings.
That's really all.
That is it. Nothing else matters. Well, you know, I might peek at that Warriors Cavs game.
Okay.
That's
the undefeated Cavs and the one-loss Warriors.
That's pretty good. Yeah, and the Warriors lost to the Clippers, who are playing here tonight.
Okay.
Look out. Suns and Mavs heat at the Nuggets.
Is he okay?
Okay, I want you to replay that, but I'm going to give you the context of what it was.
Wait, does Simone know about this?
She doesn't, so let me tell her.
No. Should we ask her to guess?
I want to tell her.
Okay.
So about 10 years ago, there was a camping retreat for Microsoft. That is Clippers owner Steve Ballmer. They were doing one of those, I don't know if you've ever seen where they walk over the hot coals. And somebody who says they weren't inebriated, but they were, came up from behind Steve, fell on him, and they had trouble getting up, and he was being burned on the hot coals the whole time. Go ahead, Wilson.
And ironically, he couldn't get on his feet.
Couldn't. And they're playing the music.
Give it up for me.
Because they had the water.
Yeah.
Finally, the guy got off of him. What was weird to me is everybody in the crowd was freaking out. And then could somebody maybe shut the music off?
No, when Gloria Estefan's on, she plays.
The man is being rotisseried.
Yeah.
And they're just playing Gloria Estefan.
Yeah, I don't know if you know this, but Mayor Steinberg was at that event.
Oh, yeah?
Was he?
Woo! Yeah. Was he into it?
That's dumb.
Sacramento in the house.
I'm gonna do my stuff. All right. Where's the thingy, please? Because we need a transition.
What else can we watch?
That's fine, too. College football, Cal at Wake Forest, Iowa at UCLA.
Yeah.
Sac State, Montana State and Montana at UC Davis.
Tomorrow.
That's right here on Sac Town Sports.
Yep.
Wait, you're going to Montana.
I am.
When?
Shortly.
Will you bring me something back?
From Montana?
Yes.
Hair steaks.
I want you to bring me back a leaf.
A Montana leaf?
Yes.
Okay.
Just a leaf. I just want a leaf.
All right.
Chris, I need
from Bozeman?
Wherever you are. It has to be from Montana. I'd prefer it to be a pretty leaf or just a nice leaf.
Okay.
Not just any old
What
leaf.
if I bring back Ryan?
Leaf? What about if you bring back Garrett?
What about a maple?
Eyes 501 jeans.
Erickson.
He
discovered America.
Mount Leafmore.
Fit to Beaver?
Get on your feet. Celebrity birthdays are brought to you by Crumble Cookies. Nothing says family and friends more than Crumble Cookies. Simone is our guest co-picker in her barrister wig. Jason Ross.
Okay. Team.
On
this November 8th, happy birthday to Gordon Ramsay.
Oh.
Your chef.
Yes.
It's raw.
Tastes like a dog's dinner.
Wait.
He said it tastes like a dog's dinner. G-Ram is
Graham. We call him Graham.
He's 58.
It looks like a gram.
Yeah, it looks like a gram.
55, please.
61.
We have a correct answer among the trio. Carmichael Dave's raising his hand. Carmichael Dave, leave that hand up. It is you.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah. You know your chefs.
Yeah.
Chef Michael Dave.
Chef Michael Dave.
Yep.
We still need to get chef reactions on the show.
We really, really do. By the way, Boyardee, Kiss,
Petrie,
and Dahmer. Reed Dahmer. Really? But chef is spelled with a G. You tell it's Friday. The bullpen's warming up right now.
They need to come in.
Style, Watkins, stat.
They're not going to know what they're walking into.
They aren't.
A whole lot of trouble.
Big idiot sandwich. Shout out Gordon Ramsay.
Happy birthday to, you call him John Carlo Stanton.
That's right.
Mike Stanton, Giancarlo Stanton.
Giancarlo Stanton.
It is high.
Yeah, John.
Loser! You're a loser! Are you feeling sorry for yourself? Well, you should be, because you are dirt!
Giancarlo is 33.
31.
That makes me laugh there.
He's one of the one. Give me 34, fine.
What? 34 fine?
Yeah, give me 34. All of my numbers got taken. Now I have to go outside.
You can match.
Can I hear the
it's
numbers
okay.
again?
I said 33.
I said 31.
And I said 34.
31, 34, 33.
Okay. We have the closest to the answer, and it goes to Simone,
Aw.
35.
Oh, he's old.
Damn, old.
He's
Happy
gonna die.
birthday to, gosh, I can't think of another movie she's in besides American Pie, but Tara Reid.
Tara Reid. Oh, she's in Big Lebowski.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Tara Reid.
She's Bunny. I could get you a towel.
Tara Reid is 48?
Big 50 today.
She is 49.
Wow, 48, 49, 50. We have a correct answer. Carmichael Dave, with his hand up, put that down. It goes to Chris Verlot at 49. Happy birthday to a singer, Bonnie Raitt.
Oh, Bonnie Raitt.
7.
haven't looked at Tara Reid in a long time.
Be careful.
Oh. Bonnie Raitt, huh? What? Nothing. Didn't say anything. Bonnie Raitt. Bonnie Raitt is 72.
Bonnie Raitt, she is famous for singing.
Let's give her something.
Obviously. Just saying if you knew that. She is 68.
Give me 65, please.
Still the one I hold. No. I will
Nope. But you are closest, Dave. 75.
I got one hand in my pocket. Okay.
Happy birthday to Eric B. from Eric B. and Rakim.
Oh,
nice.
Be some Eric B. and Rakim. Yeah. But this is going to make me sad. Eric B. is 63.
66, please.
59.
We have a correct answer.
Thank
Carmichael
you.
Dave has his hand
I
up.
already know it.
You do?
Yeah, I'm 100%.
Put that hand down.
What?
Christopher Law.
No.
Yeah, 59.
59. Oh, Rakim 63.
Happy birthday to former number 1 draft pick Sam Bradford.
Bradford is 39.
Am I going?
That's
Chris?
hot.
Yes. Give me 38, please.
36.
We have a tie between Chris and Simone. 37.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. And the last
I'm a
one.
pizza guy.
The last one was seen a lot of times right there behind home plate at Dodger Stadium. Former Entertainment Tonight, This Music
Marlon Man.
host
Mary Hart.
Mary Hart.
Now, this one's going to make you sad.
It really is. Mary Hart
Mary
is
Hart.
Sister to Bret Hart.
76.
Yo.
81.
79, please.
Carmichael Davis closest. 74.
74. Hey.
Good for her.
Good for her.
Good for America.
Didn't Mary, I'm being serious here. I feel like I remember a story where Mary Hart had her legs insured
That's the
for
story I
like
remember.
Lloyd's of London.
Yeah.
Yeah. I do too.
She still has them, correct?
She still no trade them in.
She knows how to use them.
Warranty ran out. Trade them in for a new pair. Hey, by the way, yeah, Chris,
There's talks about arson on her legs. She's trying to get the insurance money.
Speaking of legs, whatever happened to pantyhose? Did it just go away? Like back in the day, there was
just used for crimes now.
They came in the little egg.
Yeah.
My mom used to wear pantyhose. Are we done with pantyhose?
My mother did too.
Right. What happened? Just done? No more pantyhose? It just went away? What the hell? I have the full body one I wear. We'll take a break. Somebody tell me what happened to pantyhose. Did it go the way of buffering? Yeah. Well, Dentine? When we come back, Friday, fun and games. Yes.
Subscribe to Sacktown Sports on YouTube and watch the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross, Stiles and Watkins, and the Drive Guys. Live Monday through Friday from 6 to 6. Plus view archive shows and exclusive content.
Subscribe at youtube.com/Sacktown Sports. Don't you deserve healthcare you can count on? Well, you can count on United Healthcare. With Medicare plans that fit your life today and as your needs change tomorrow. You can enjoy reliable coverage and low out-of-pocket costs with a Medicare Advantage plan from United Healthcare. United Healthcare Medicare Advantage plans. Made for California, trusted everywhere. The Medicare annual enrollment period ends December 7th, so go to uhc.com/Medicare today.
Ready to pre-game your next big arena event? Head to Beach Hut Deli, a Sacramento tradition for over 40 years, where aloha is served daily. Located just steps away from the arena, whether it's game day or concert night, it's the perfect spot to gather with friends and enjoy amazing sandwiches. Are you planning a bigger get-together? Beach Hut Deli offers endless catering options to bring those delicious flavors to your next party or event. Beach Hut Deli, good vibes, great food, and epic times await.
The year was 1948. The Sacramento Symphony was founded. Harry Truman was president. Jerry Mathers from Leave It to Beaver was born. And Walter Keyes opened his first Naturewood home furnishing store 76 years ago on 25th and Broadway. Hi, I'm Frank LaRosa with Golf to Go. All those many years ago, the Keys family promised integrity and quality in serving families just like yours and mine. Near as I can tell, Walter would have been pretty proud to know that those same values are evident today at Naturewood Home Furnishings. The Naturewood team takes great pride and significant effort to offer Northern California families a vast selection of home furnishings. Furnishings that not only last for generations, but also lead to everlasting memories of cherished times. Visit Naturewood Home Furnishings now during their Veterans Day Save the Tax sale and get started making your own brand of memories. The Keys family would love to hear them. Naturewood Home Furnishings off Highway 50 at Hazel. Look for the water wheel.
Insurance companies perform a very valuable service, but they want to keep their money. Although most cases settle before trial, it is paramount that the insurance companies know that if pressed, your legal team has the experience to take your case all the way. For 25 years, Ashton & Price has earned the reputation that if the insurance company isn't fair, we're ready to force them to be fair. My mom used to warn me, wait till dad gets home. Think of us as dad. The best part, there's no fee until we win.
Remember, for the best advice, don't think twice. Call Ashton and Price.
Model Year End pricing is back at Folsom Lake Honda, your one-stop Honda shop.
During the Model Year End event, lower interest rates at Folsom Lake Honda make lower payments. It's no wonder why Folsom Lake Honda is your one-stop Honda shop. Come in today or check out our entire inventory online at folsomlakehonda.com.
Get an instant cash offer for your trade at folsomlakehonda.com. We'll buy your car whether you buy from us or not. Folsom Lake Honda is your one-stop Honda shop.
Folsom Lake Honda.
Go to folsomlakehonda.com.
Your one-stop Honda shop.
Golf to Go is brought to you by the Hagen Oaks Golf Super Shop. Here's Frank LaRosa.
David Dusek writes in Golf Week that according to FootJoy, about 65% of golfers wear the wrong size golf gloves. A properly fit and maintained golf glove will help you stay connected to the club without extra tension, which can mean more speed. Snug is the name of the game. A perfect glove should fit like a second skin, wrapping tightly around your palm and fingers. If the glove is too loose, the extra material can bunch up and lead to a bad connection between your hands and the grip. The fingers of the glove should extend just to the tips of your fingers. If there's too much space at the end of your fingers, try a cadet version of the glove made for golfers who have shorter fingers and wider palms. The Velcro closure should only require a slight pull to secure. If you're stretching the strap significantly, the glove is too small. Natural leather offers superior feel and touch. Synthetic leather gloves tend to cost less and probably last longer. After your round, air out your glove to maintain softness and flexibility. That's your Golf to Go. I'm Frank LaRosa.
We have finally made it to Friday.
Let's end your week the right way with Friday Fun and Games
On the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
Yeah, let's go.
Yeah.
Friday Fun and Games.
It's getting a little weak.
I know. It's,
gotta work on
place
your
the
clacker.
console there.
Flaccid.
Yeah. What is that called? That's got to have a name, right? Like the thing that rattles specifically inside the bell.
Yeah.
There you go.
How you doing?
You threw me off for a bit when I fired up the YouTube. I just the blue. I know it's not, but looked a little dodgery.
Yeah, I get that one. I wore something else dodgery the day after the World Series because
was it your Letterman's jacket?
It might have been, yeah. And I had the hat because it's the only hat.
A little dodgery,
yeah, a little Dodgerish.
Trolling me.
You're wearing your Dodger pants.
That's a fair. Yeah.
Style Watkin. Good morning. How are you?
Good.
What's going on? Chipper Jones.
Good. Had to go do the 18-month checkup with baby Styles today.
Yeah, how'd it go?
50% everywhere. 50th percentile.
Okay.
So just got an average baby.
Right.
Yeah.
C baby.
Yeah, I know.
You still pass.
50% is enough.
It is enough.
We were talking with some friends the other day at the game. When do you stop counting months for babies? Because he just 18 months.
I think 18 months is a stop.
That's it for me.
I think
now
that's what we agree.
Yeah,
on.
almost 2 is.
Because Frankie was very concerned. He's like, I'm just gonna call my kid when he's
said
13 months. I'm gonna call him 1. And
yeah, we said
14 months. And I'm gonna call
Frankie
him
being
1
anxious about something that hasn't happened yet.
He said 13 months. He said almost
too.
He said almost 18 months.
Yeah, because I don't hear people saying like, "Hey, how is he? 22 months." Yeah, I don't.
Yeah, that reminds me of Chris again. Great movie, Grown Ups.
Yes,
that's
Jason's movie.
Oh, that's oh, how old's your baby? 48 months. And Chris Rock's like, that's 4.
That's 4. How about this? At what height do you stop adding in fractions?
Depends.
Is there a cutoff? Like I'm technically.
If someone says I'm 5'9.5",
yeah.
My dad was big on 5'7.5".
When you stop playing sports.
Is that no?
I've never used it.
Because I'm 6'3" and a half now, but I just say I'm 6'3".
As you should.
Yeah, right. Like if I
weird flex, but
yeah, that's crazy.
Is that a flex?
That's insane.
Definitely, yeah.
Why?
That's crazy.
I should round up.
Everything you just did there is crazy.
I'm just saying.
I wish Nate.
I
was
mean,
in
I
here.
think aren't all of us except for one 6 feet or above?
Nate,
that's crazy. Now,
where's Nate?
You guys are turning this into something that I didn't.
I gotta get it from you guys. I gotta
not you guys. I
get it from Whitey.
I'm not doing it.
He does it every other. Please, for the love of God, don't cut that. Can we get the Friday Fun and Games
right now, please?
Okay, we were so good at this a couple weeks ago. I'm going to test it, and it was a week when Dave, you weren't here, so I'm going to see if you were the X factor.
Okay.
We were all on the same wavelength.
Mm-hmm.
Oh boy.
Okay.
Remember wavelength? Remember how it plays? Do I need to explain it again?
Would you explain it again?
You're going to need it to explain it to me as well.
You did well the last time.
You did great.
All right, so we're going to pick a number between 1 and 10.
Yep.
That person is not going to know what the number is. That everyone else will, and we're going to try to see if we're on the same wavelength because you're going to ask questions that help you try to determine what the number is. Does that make sense?
Yes.
I think it would probably be best if you saw someone else go first.
I agree.
You know, we're going to have Alan go first today.
Okay.
Okay, so Alan just kind of what did we do last time?
Turn around and
turn
take off your
around
headphones.
and turn off your headphones, or he's going to walk
Let's go
for a second.
start
Wow, I'm not doing all that.
I think we play out.
I'll
there,
just
so
turn
everybody
around.
Careful.
What's our number?
Let's do.
Okay.
Is an 8.
Yeah, okay.
8. We're doing
Everybody.
eight.
Okay, Alan, we're good. Come back in, Alan.
Your number is.
Okay, he knows. So he's going to ask questions.
So he's 3, and then we.
And as I'm looking at the clock, this might be the only one.
Oh, okay. Well, we'll see if we can get Alan on the same
7:50,
wavelength.
9:50. All right.
You can ask questions whoever you want to.
Dave, give it to me in a shoe brand.
I would say Nike.
Chris Verlod, give it to me in a 90s comedy.
Mighty Ducks 2.
Yeah, baby. I know what this is.
Ready for that.
Jason, give it to me in an NBA team.
Phoenix Suns.
No. Yeah. Chris, give it to me in
That's a good one.
a college football team.
Current. Or
What are you
just
feeling,
legacy
by the way?
wise.
By the way, just curious what you're
It's, I mean, it's above 7 in my
Just
opinion.
curious.
Okay.
But I don't know. But the Suns kind of threw me
Current.
off. Depends on how high you are on the Suns.
I would say current. Let's go with Ohio State. If I'm not mistaken.
I'm gonna go 8.
Nailed it.
That's exactly right. Well done.
Do we have time for Dave? Do we have time?
Yes.
Oh, we definitely got
Okay.
it.
All right.
So just take your headphones off so we can say.
So excited.
Yeah. What are we?
No, let's do like 2.
Okay.
2.
Oh, yeah. Hey.
Got it. Yep.
Dudes.
Everybody saw. Hopefully,
So
on
it's
the
between
YouTube.
1 and 10.
1 and 10, and you ask questions to help you
Yes.
land there.
Maybe we should do 0.
Chris
Which one?
Verlide. Give it to me in terms of a band you like or dislike.
A band.
This is kind of this. Yeah, this might.
This is where I would put them.
Yes.
Yes.
That helps Dave.
That
Hopefully,
helps
Yes.
I will say
Again, remember the scale.
yes. I am going to say Dirks and Bentley.
Oh, both of them.
Dirks Bentley.
Dirks Bentley.
Okay. I like the question from earlier. Actually, give it to me, Alan, in an NFL team.
Oh,
This year, currently, as
Yeah.
they're performing right now.
yes, an NFL team. Man, oh man, it would be the Panthers.
Chris Watkins, give it to me in terms of A member of the Kings rotational 8.
Oh, okay.
Oh, wow.
I thought that was going to media route or something. Oh, jeez.
Not George.
Yeah, I was just.
I'll just say Kevin John, and you don't know which side that's on.
Yeah, that's a great point. Doesn't play for the Kings, though.
No. You said
top 8.
The 8. Let's say if Keon and Malik are the two other ones off the bench, then we'll say, we'll put Trey Lyles.
Give me it in terms of a Los Angeles area university.
Well,
there's a couple.
This is a very specific question for a reason.
Yeah.
Because I got it narrowed down to 2 numbers.
Okay, well, I think you're asking me this for this reason, so I'm going to just say it this way. USC.
1?
Oh.
Was it 2?
Yeah.
If I had said Bakersfield,
I think you should have went with UC Irvine.
I thought you were going to say Northridge.
Because I feel like USC is the worst.
Yeah.
I didn't know where else to go.
I think your Chris question got confusing too because they're not 2.
Wow, this is my fault.
Yeah.
Wow.
We're not on the same.
I should have said, give it to me in terms of the number designation for a King's position.
2.
That would have been, okay. What's coming up on the show?
Wow. It is fully loaded like a baked potato. We got Kings. We have Law Murray of The Athletic who covers the Clippers. He's coming up at 12:30 talking all things Clippers. We got Suns. We got Niners. You don't want to move a muscle. And Nate.
Oh, really?
I haven't seen him.
I haven't seen him either.
Nate left.
Yeah, I think he might have.
He got hit by the pumpkin.
He did say have a good show.
Styles and Watkins, fastest growing midday show in the entire KCK lineup. They will take care of you all the way till 2 p.m. and they start next. Bye-bye now.
On the move.
Light the beam.
Got somewhere to be?
Take Sacramento Kings